Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. It's a beautiful brand new day, and you are welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. Good morning to you, lovely listeners of GhanaTalks Radio. You are welcome to the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We have Debbie's Grill, Today in History, and the news headline. Right here on the news headline, we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the show. I remain your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu. Joining me this morning is my beautiful ladies, Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless, who will be talking to the issue. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Debbie.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
The Lord has been gracious. I'm fine.
We thank God. Miss Regina,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm good by grace.
How was your night?
It was okay.
You slept well?
It was okay.
Okay, we thank God. Miss Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
was it short? It was long?
It
Or
wasn't.
it's there and there?
It wasn't long. It was quite short.
It was quite short?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. You'll be fine.
I know.
Babe will take you on the vacation. Right. Hope it wasn't difficult getting car today.
Today, no. Today it wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
at all.
We are actually doing something about
It
it.
wasn't.
Yeah. The media is working.
The media is working.
the media is
Seriously,
working.
yeah.
We are just hoping for better days.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's dive into the news items for this morning. Arise Ghana pickets at U.S. Embassy Accra to demand Oforiatta's return. Members of pressure group Arise Ghana have staged a protest at the United States Embassy in Accra, demanding that former Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta be returned to Ghana to face justice. The protest took place on Tuesday, that was yesterday. The group says no public official should be allowed to escape accountability, especially over decisions that affected millions of Ghanaians. Protesters gathered outside the embassy with placards reading, "Let Oforiatta face justice. Ken is needed in Ghana." and bring Ken home. Some also wore t-shirts carrying similar messages. Speaking to the media, Bernard Mona, a leading member of our Rise Ghana, said the group believes Mr. Oforiatta has no intention of returning to Ghana. He claimed the former minister went to the United States for medical reasons but has since recovered and overstayed his visa. Mr. Mona accused Mr. Oforiatta of attempting to avoid accountability and said the protest would continue until U.S. authorities cooperate with Ghana to secure his return. According to him, the group initially planned an indefinite protest but reached an agreement with the police to picket daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for 2 weeks. He warned that if no action is taken after that period, the group may escalate the protest with a continuous stay at the embassy. Meanwhile, Ken Oforiatta is expected to appear before a U.S. court on January 20th, and I believe you've all seen that yesterday, over alleged immigration violations. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement (ICE) says he overstayed his visitor visa and no longer has legal status to remain in the country. A decision on possible extradition to Ghana may follow the court's proceedings. So I believe yesterday we all witnessed the protest. I wouldn't say can we tell it to be a demonstration? Okay, protest demonstration. We all witnessed the protest or demonstration that happened yesterday at the U.S. Embassy in Accra. And this was organized by the Arise Ghana, demanding for the return of Ken Oforiatta. Miss Debbie, you happened to be at the scene yesterday.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how it was over there?
Well, it went well. One of the thing that got me surprised, immediately we got there, they were playing music, so I kind of pay attention to it, and the music was composed for Ken Oforiatta, and it states that they need him back into the country, and the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has have turned a blind eye to what is going on, as if they were not in government where Ken Oforiatta was looting from the state. So they've composed a song. They've composed a song for him, and what the song entails is that we need him back to account to the people what he did with the state money. And I think we saw a couple of people with speaking to the conveners of the protest, and they told us that the main reason why they are there is because they want to picket and convey a message to the U.S. Embassy, because directly it will go there. What they are doing, it will go there. So they want to tell them that they are serious. They should fast track whatever they're supposed to do and ensure that Ken Oforiatta is deported back into the country, because as usual he needs to account as where that money has gone to. We've seen cases where 58 million was pumped into National Cathedral. The cathedral is nowhere to be found, the money is nowhere to be found, so they want him to question on that. We see that with strategic mobilization and other contracts or collaboration he was into, and still with the country didn't benefit anything positive from it. So they want him to answer, and hopefully we saw Hopes in Adoye.
Yes. He mentioned he would be there.
He was there. He was there yesterday. He also spoke to the media, and he said if Ken Oforiatta is not deported into the country, and even if he is deported, and we don't see the massive support that the MPP supposed to support the NDC, because when it has gotten to this, we are not going to leave it only on NDC. We are talking about state money. It is not an individual or a party money. So in as much as the person was associated with a particular party, you need to fight, okay? Don't make it look as if you are backing what Ken Oforiatta did, because we all know that was a wrong thing he did. So he was like, if MPP refused to back the call of the NDC and even the concerned citizens calling the repatriation of Ken Oforiatta, then it's obvious MPP will be in opposition for 30 years.
For 30 years.
He said it.
Right.
Then I think we also met Single Mothers Association.
They were also there.
Yeah, they had to move this out, but they said they are single mother. Yeah, they were there.
Okay, what was their relevance being there?
So
The single mothers.
yeah, so this is what they said. Ken Oforiatta is a father for all. Okay, you've stolen. I'm not done. He's a father for all. You've stolen the money and then he has left his children back. What do they want them to feed on? So in a way, they are trying to say that you are a respected figure in the country. Okay, and then you've held such a sensitive position. You've held our money. So if we don't see what you are using the money for, automatically you're supposed to come and account us. Your children are suffering. They are not getting food to eat, and the money is with you. You need to explain what you use the money for and why they are still waking up each day with a hungry what is this, a hungry stomach.
An empty stomach.
Yeah, so that is what they said. Basically that is what they said, and they said they are not going to sit idle and expect Ken Oforiatta or just sit idle and then see that this thing doesn't get to anywhere at all. So they said they will keep on protesting till Ken Oforiatta is
They
deported.
said they'll be protesting for 2 weeks.
Yeah, for
so
2
they'll
weeks.
be there today as well. Right. We are hoping to see new faces today too. If maybe we'll see some government officials also joining the crowd today. Right. Ms. Regina, do you see the relevance of this? Do you think this whole picketing is relevant in the first place?
Okay, so I would say it's relevant in the sense that Ghanaians have the right to make sure that they show their displeasure if something is not going on well. And looking at the past administration and also looking at what our former finance minister Ken Oforiatta did when he was in power, everyone would be very anxious and angry to make sure that they express their displeasure. So I would say the picketing is the right step in the right direction and is the right thing for every concerned Ghanaian to do. Yeah.
Right. But don't you think that this whole picketing is rather escalating issues? Looking at how people were angry, don't you think it's rather going to make issues worse in the sense that we need this person in this country? And looking at how our demeanor and then our behavior with all of this, don't you think that the US would think that if they should deport Ken, maybe he will even be a dead man on arrival, because people are really, really angry. Looking at how people were, expressing their displeasure of him going all the way to abroad to go and seek for medical attention for just 3 months, and then he has no intention coming back.
So first off, this is a government issue, and I don't think Ken Oforiatta is a citizen of the US. It becomes a different story if he's a citizen of the US. That is where they would be like, oh, we are trying to protect our people. But Ghanaians showing their displeasure doesn't mean automatic killing of Ken Oforiatta. They have the right to picket, they have the right to show their displeasure or whatsoever that is going on. So I don't see the relation between the frustration of Ghanaians and also the deportation of Ken Oforiatta. So if you would ask me, I would say it doesn't make sense if that is what they are thinking.
Right. Miss Debbie, what do you also think? Do you think that this whole picketing is rather going to escalate issues?
How is it going to
And
escalate
going to make
issues?
the US make it difficult for them to deport Ken? Because looking at how people are angry, should he be deported, they are going to think maybe they are going to malhandle him or maltreat him.
No, not at all. I think this should rather be should I say a wake-up call for US so that they will get him deported. Because if you see Ghanaians picketing at the US embassy, you send a message to you that we are serious. We are not joking, okay? Then we are talking about millions of cities here. We are not talking about what's the name, 5 cities and 10 cities. Like, no one is going to waste their time. And you see, the main reason why people are into this protest is because we want to bring an end to corruption, and we also we are conveying a message to people out there that if you're in public office or you're holding a position in public office, that doesn't mean that it's a safe avenue for you to rob from the state. So if you see Ghanaians picketing at US embassy, I think these should rather send some kind of goosebump in the system of this US court or whoever is dealing on that issue to to bring out that kind of it exposes this kind of seriousness that Ghanaians are portraying now, that we need kind of Oriata back. So whatever process you are supposed to do, or whatever process kind of Oriata is supposed to go through for us to get him back into the country, they need to fast track it. That is all we are demanding. So I'm not sure this is going to escalate any issues, whatever. That is our case. What we are asking is that deport him. When he gets here, whatever we will do to him is none of your business. We want the body. The body is what we want.
They could have chosen any place at all, but why the U.S. Embassy?
Yeah, the U.S. Embassy, because Ken is in U.S. Ken is in U.S. and then the U.S. Embassy is made up of people representative from the United States. I remember when we spoke to Hope Sedadoye, he said whatever we are doing here is automatically going there. Those people, they have cameras and everything around. Even when we got there, they told us there was a description. No video, no photo is allowed. So we have to stand at a vantage point where we can take our videos and pictures without flouting their rules. So it should tell you that place is automatically fixed with cameras and everything. So whatever we are doing here is going up there. So they are picketing there because the U.S. Embassy represents U.S. So definitely they are going to send a message across. If they should do this for 2 weeks, it means they are not going to have their peace of mind to work. And I'm not sure you are going to feel comfortable just to sit down and watch these people protest and do that, playing music loud, didn't they pound. And you know these people they are not fan of noises and all that. So this is actually passing a message across, and I'm sure by that 2 weeks, we will have him here.
Right. Miss Eugenia, do you think that this picketing will have an influence for them to speed up the process and bring him back?
Definitely. I wouldn't say pressure makes things work faster, but look, as Ms. Debbie said, that the U.S. Embassy is a peaceful environment, and anything noisy could in a way have a little bit of dent on their image. So I think in a way it will speeding up the process. And I think looking at yesterday, most of the videos and pictures that were circulating in regards to Ken Ofori-Atta, the US court or the US judge has finally asked that he is being deported back into the country. Say Nukro, we've heard it, and we think since we've heard it, it's a good thing, but good luck.
Good luck. We wish them well. Let's move on. UTAG UG demands resignation of GTech Director General and Deputy by January 31st. The University of Ghana branch of the University Teachers Association of Ghana has given the leadership of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission a deadline of January 31st, 2026 to resign. UTAG warns the Director General of GTech, Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi, and his deputy, Professor Augustine Oklu, to step aside voluntarily. The association warns that if they fail to do so, it will petition the Chief of Staff and may resort to industrial action. In a statement issued on Monday, January 19th, UTAG accused GTech of failing to perform its core mandate of supporting and strengthening tertiary education. The association says instead of addressing major challenges in public universities, GTech has focused on what it calls side issues, such as pursuing individuals over alleged fake degrees. UTAG says the quality of education in public universities is declining due to poor funding, inadequate infrastructure, overcrowded classrooms, and low salaries for teachers. According to the association, GTech has shown little concern about these problems, which threaten the future of tertiary education in Ghana. The association questioned GTech's effectiveness, asking whether the commission has clear standards on student to lecturer ratios, infrastructure requirements, and how compliance is monitored across universities. UTAG also accused GTech of overstepping its authority by interfering in the governance of public universities. It claims that governing councils have been weakened vice chancellors undermined, and council decisions overturned without clear legal basis. Another major concern raised by UTAG is the government's refusal to approve staff recruitment for the past 3 years. The association says this has increased lecturers' workloads, affected staff welfare, and lowered teaching and research quality. UTAG believes GTech has failed to defend public universities on these critical issues. UTAG says if this situation does not change, it is prepared to escalate its action to protect the integrity and future of tertiary education in Ghana. These are some of the reasons UTAG UG pointed out. On that note, they are demanding for the resignation of the GTech Director General and Deputy by January 31st. If they don't resign voluntarily, they are going to send the issue to the Chief of Staff. Ms. Regina, let me hear from you on this.
GTech.
Yes, GTech.
I think late last year and early this year, we've really been hearing of GTech. And most especially, we only hear of them when it comes to do with titles, the degrees, the doctor, and all that. Giving them, these people would be giving ultimatum to these people having these titles, that it's either you present your documents validating that title or take it off. And per my research, GTech's main duty is to regulate, coordinate, and ensure quality in Ghana's tertiary education system, and not to micromanage universities or substitute itself for governing councils. So automatically, it serves as a supervision board to make sure that teaching and learning goes on smoothly, students lecturer ratios, as you mentioned, and also these universities don't lack infrastructure, that is the lecture halls, the labs, libraries, hostels, and also academic staffing and qualifications. Now, I wish the energy they channeled, it's their duty to also check all those things, but their main duty is to make sure that all these things I mentioned are not lacked by the universities. And if you sideline that aside and you are concentrating on people's titles, then why are you in office? I say you tagging more from said they should resign, but so much to me it's like they've taken too long to bring this issue on board, because it got to a point I myself, it was suffocating. I was like, these people, what is it? Monday you can hear of GTAC. The next morning, you can hear of them again. The following week, you can hear of them again. And it was becoming too much. They were beginning to sound like broken record.
But what is that part of their job?
Yes, it's part.
But it looks like they were concentrating.
I may say.
There's a side issues. Right.
That to me, that is not. It's important, but it's not really important like the work you are supposed to do. If universities are understaffed, if universities don't have the lecture halls, they are not gaining the the right equipment or the right amenities to work with, you need to concentrate on that. You don't just wake up once you, even in economics, we have wants and need. And you need to prioritize the first things first before you move on to the other things. Universities are suffering. Sometimes a whole well-recognized university, they don't even have most of the necessary things they need to operate as universities. So what are you doing? And I also think, say, in as much as I'm saying that the call for resignation came in too late, I sometimes think there's always a second chance. Yes, there's always a second chance. Why not set up a committee, talk to these people, the right people in charge, and make sure that they are doing what they are supposed to do. Then you give them an ultimatum. like a probation. If it's 1 month, if it's 2 months, if you're not seeing any changes, then you move ahead to make sure that these people resign and bring in the right people who would do their jobs and do it correctly. Yeah.
Right. Miss Debbie.
Yes, so GTEC's role is not based on accreditation alone, but for the past few months, they've based on accreditation schools who have lecturers that are not well accredited, or schools that are not well accredited and they are still in the system, professors who are supposed to put down their tools and they are still working, professors who are not supposed to use doctor, parliamentarians who are not supposed to use doctor title. This has been something that GTEC has focused on for the past few months. But you see, GTEC is also supposed to advise government on policies that will change the dynamics of our education. But we don't see it because there are certain policies that is not going to help our schools. Okay, there are some schools that even study courses that do not exist. Yes, they study courses that do not exist, courses that when you are done you don't even
not get job.
You won't get job. So this is something that GTEC is supposed to focus on. You go to these schools, what courses are they teaching? Some of the courses are outdated. I'm serious.
To cut you for that. It got to a point they were doing it. They even had to cancel some of the schools.
No, that was schools that was not accredited, especially nursing schools, and
media schools,
and media schools.
They cancelled courses also.
But for the courses I didn't see it bad. For schools like especially those private hospitals that nursing schools media schools, especially those 6 months, 1 year media schools, they were like
cosmetology.
They were just how will I say, closing them down and then asking them to come in. Well, let me say they didn't pay much attention to that aspect. Because as I said, we have courses that are being studied in school that do not make sense. You know, sometimes you can meet somebody. One day I saw a video when there is a name for it. You know, people go to school to learn dance.
Yeah.
I forgot it. Oh, what did I say?
You know, there was an interview in Lagos and they asked them if they were to cancel any course. Someone said $1.
Yes.
Or the choir day.
It's about music.
Yeah,
it's about music and dance. Yes. So in a way, it's a good cause, but it's something that you have to make it. You can't say. No institution is going to employ you to teach music. You can only teach music.
They do.
No, wait. It is common in schools. In school, that is why in schools we do music. General students, we do music. You will do music because it's part. You will have to choose it. We have teachers that are basically for music, and they teach it well because but media house ben employee dondology and music
and it can be an addition to
so this is what I'm saying. It is good. That is what you want to do. Okay, that is what you want to do. But I'm saying that the there's a possibility of you or probability of you getting employed out there. You have to stand your ground and then ensure that you do it well. And sometimes these people create their own private where they also employ people. I'm not saying it's a bad cause. It's not a bad cause, but there are certain causes that do not exist. I can't remember some time ago they brought out courses where they feel like some of the things that are being taught are outdated. Recently, I was going through our school platform. I think for journalism students, they've included some things that I didn't even get to study when I was in school. Yes, they're now introducing new stuffs to what we've learned back then in school. So it should tell you that some of the courses are outdated. This is what GTEC is supposed to be doing. Now, even before tertiary institutions reopen, we saw exorbitant increments of school fees and all that. These are what you are supposed to talk about and draw the government attention to it because that is your job as well. But you don't do it. Especially Winneba, University of Cape Coast, like they are on them. Seriously, today they'll bring out someone, the next day they'll bring out this, the next time it's a parliamentarian. So I feel like GTEC is shying away from, their main purpose. They are doing their work. I wouldn't say they are not doing their work.
I don't think you have to excuse yourself because that's the
yes, they are shying away from their main purpose. We are not really feeling what they are supposed to do. They are focused on one thing, which is very bad because they have branches, a lot of branches they are supposed to focus on, not to focus on only one aspect. No, If Google should tell me that G-Tech is solely based on one aspect, then that is fine. But your role or your role as a G-Tech and responsibility as a G-Tech is very vast. So I feel like they should touch on every part and not accreditation.
But do you think him resigning is the only option? Can't they open up for a dialogue or something? Because they said he's supposed to resign. If he doesn't resign, they are taking the issue to the chief of staff. That's too extreme.
No, I think one language we all understand is resign. I don't know whether you've seen that. Like it's common here in Ghana.
Resign.
I think Akrabe. Do you know they are calling for a black one to resign?
Yeah. I saw that. We are going to that.
You get it. So I feel like one of the language we understand. Bibia resign. You cannot just stand up and tell somebody to resign like that. Oh, you have to go through a processes. What you are saying? Do you have enough?
I feel like you should exhaust other options.
Yes.
Resignation should be the last option.
It should be the last option. You don't just wake up and because you are feeling feverish, resign. Sananka system is designed and can be a resigning crutch. But the system is not designed in such a manner. Resignation will have to do with a loss. I'm not sure the G-Tech whoever is in charge of G-Tech will just resign just like that. They are going to consider a lot of facts. Mind you, maybe they might be good in an aspect we have no idea about. So resignation will be very, very difficult and a hard decision to make.
I feel they should open up for a dialogue or something. If they've exhausted all of those channels, then they can say, Mr. Jinapo, you have to resign. Minority demands a Blackwell sacking over diplomatic failures. The minority caucus in Parliament is calling for the immediate removal of Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, accusing him of poor diplomacy that they say has damaged Ghana's international standing. Addressing a press conference on Tuesday, minority spokesperson Nana Asafo Ajayi said Ghana's long-held reputation as a stable and reliable partner is being undermined under the current foreign minister. He pointed particularly to the recent decision by the United States to pause immigrant visa processing for nationals of 75 countries, including Ghana, from January 21st, 2026. The U.S. State Department says the move is based on concerns about migration risks and the need for further screening. According to the minority, Ghana's inclusion on the list is a major diplomatic setback that could have been avoided with better engagement. They argue it signals a breakdown in Ghana-US relations and raises serious questions about the country's foreign policy direction. The ranking member on Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Abu-Jinapo, earlier described the development as troubling, saying it reflects a drift in Ghana's diplomacy with one of its key allies. Ghana's ambassador to the U.S., Victor Smith, has clarified that the suspension affects only immigrant visas for permanent residents and does not apply to business or tourist visas. However, the minority insists the damage has already been done. Nana Asafo Ajayi accused the foreign minister of choosing public confrontation over quiet diplomacy, arguing that diplomacy should be handled through negotiation and strategic engagement, not social media and public statements. The minority also cited strained relations with Israel and parts of Europe as further evidence of diplomatic failure. They urged President John Dramani Mahama to act swiftly, saying Ghana's image abroad and the welfare of its citizens are at stake. This is the reason the minority is calling for Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, foreign minister, to be sacked. Miss Debbie, you were interested. I brought it to your doorstep.
Sometimes you make sense when you stay silent.
Yeah.
It makes sense when you stay silent.
But silence means consent.
Yes, and silence is also golden.
Yeah, silence is golden.
It's golden because you don't just speak. When you end up speaking because you need to be heard, you end up speaking nonsense. And that is what the minority is doing. What are you trying to say? That Black should resign because of what? See, let me tell you, if you're talking about the foreign affairs ministers we've had with a positive impact, I would say it's Ablakwa. I know we've experienced a lot of foreign affairs ministers. Ablakwa might not be appointed for so long, but I would say that Ablakwa is doing very, very well. We might not understand why some time ago people were deported or foreign nationals from other countries were deported, and they were how will I say, they were brought to Ghana. Or a Ablakwa student, let me put it that way, because he's a mediator. He stood in, and we don't know what happened. The people were brought here, and all of a sudden we had the restriction that was placed on Ghana, that Ghanaians will not have access, like some other African countries will not have access into the US. That ban was lifted, and then we have 5 years. People were saying that Ablakwa exchanged that for that offer. He brought in foreign national because of that. We might not have no details into that, but I would say that Ablakwa is equally doing well. You don't get to see him always around. I've been following him all. Whatever he does, he posts it on his social handles. You will see him today, he's here, tomorrow he's there. Working all because he wants us to feel that kind of impact, okay? Foreign affairs minister, what do? You ensure that the ties between Ghana and other foreign countries are very solid, so that we can as well get advantage of other countries. We cannot make it alone. That is why we have foreign affairs ministers. They go out there, they talk to the people, they ensure that the collaboration we have with other foreign countries, as I said, is very tight and very solid, so we can have advantage. When we talk of US, there are a lot of things that we can benefit from them. When you talk of other countries, there are a lot of things we can benefit from them, and they're also benefiting from us. And that is why we have a lot of foreign nationals coming in here day in, day out, because they want to collaborate with us. Although I know the trade minister is also working behind somewhere, and sometimes the government or the president also goes out. But let's all look at this, that Ablakwa is really doing massively well. So I see no reason why you will state what you stated as a sole reason why Ablakwa should be resigned. What they are saying doesn't make sense to me. If you are talking about somebody that should resign, why didn't they ask their people to resign when they were not doing the right thing? If we are talking about people that should resign, I feel like we the citizens rather should call for his resignation, because if you the minority are claiming that Ablakwa is not doing the right thing, I believe we are not blind. We should also see same. And as you are making that appeal, we should also follow suit. But in a case where it's like Mopena Mueni, you are the only prophet that God have designed in Ghana, and then you see beyond what we cannot see. Because I don't see anything wrong with what Ablakwa is doing, and what they've stated there doesn't make sense to me. So I feel like what they are doing is just pouring water on stone. Ablakwa is not going to resign. But I feel like they see Ablakwa as rather a threat.
They should work. Miss Regina, should Ablakwa go because of this?
I only have 3 words for the minority.
Say it
and
nice.
After saying it,
It should be
Why?
nice words.
Why?
I know
nice
her.
It's nice. After saying these 3 words, I don't have anything to say again. They should rest. That's all.
They should rest.
The minority should rest. Are they not tired?
But don't you see anything wrong with what's going on?
What's wrong with what's going on? What didn't we see? See, in everyone's line of duty, there's always a disadvantage. There's always something that wouldn't go on as planned. So are they trying to tell us that Afenyo Makin, when he was doing what he was supposed to do, from the start of his time, everything went on smoothly from A to Z? You as a presenter, have everything moved on smoothly from A to Z for you?
No.
Miss Debbie, have everything moved on smoothly? No, it will not move on.
Yes. I wish I was sleeping right
You bad. When past presidents Nanado was in power, everything didn't move on smoothly. Ken Oforiatta, Ebiano Ohui, everything didn't move on smoothly. We even called for his resignation as finance minister. President Mahama is in power. things are not moving on smoothly, and to our transport ministers, things are not as at now. By now, things are not moving on smooth, and I'll not just say someone put there, someone resigning. As she said, the only language we understand is resign. But when a problem comes, you don't run away from the problem. Confront it, solve it. So which one is resignation? And there's an anchor by now. MPP for more parliament. Anchor by now, you're premier money now. Like by now, no one is even there. Together with the NDCs, no one is there. The parliament will be empty. So please, they should rest and rather contribute to the success of the economy rather bring solutions. See, if you are with someone who doesn't give you solutions, get away with the person. They should rest.
They should rest. Coming from Miss Regina, the minority should rest and allow Mr. Okujeto Ablakwa to work. Right. Yeah, so before we move on to the next segment, there's actually a new development on the issue of Ken Oforiatta, which I forgot to mention. Ken Oforiatta's lawyers request his release from ICE detention on bond pending outcome of immigration case, and also U.S. Immigration Court adjourns former Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta's hearing to April 27th, 2026. It looks like we are going to exercise a lot of patience. But if you want to hear more about this, you have to join us on the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us in the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bless.
Bringing you Today in History on this day. Demonstrations known collectively as the Women's March were held throughout the world to support gender equality, civil rights, and other issues that were expected to face challenges under newly inaugurated U.S. President Donald Trump. It was widely believed to be the largest single-day demonstration in U.S. history. On this day, fashion designer Christian Dior was born in Granville, France, into a wealthy family, and his eponymous fashion house became a global symbol of luxury and femininity, famously redefining post-war fashion with his new look. To some few observances, International Play Date Day focused on encouraging kids to disconnect from screens and engage in outdoor, imaginative play to foster real-world social skills and development. International Sweatpants Day, a day dedicated to comfort and casual style, encouraging people to wear their favorite sweatpants for lounging, errand, or even stylish outfits. Though they originated as athletic wear in the 1920s and have become a global fashion staple, people celebrate by embracing coziness, sharing photos, and enjoying the versatility of these beloved garments. National Conscious Uncoupling Day, to promote amicable separations, raise awareness of peaceful divorce, alternatives like mediation, and help couples part ways constructively, especially during the high divorce period after the holidays. It encourages viewing breakups as a chance for personal growth and a positive new chapter rather than a fact, emphasizing self-care and co-parenting for children's well-being. So if you're on the verge of a divorce or a breakup, please do it peacefully and amicably. Don't fight. National Hugging Day, to encourage people to openly express emotions, filling the gap between Christmas and Valentine's Day when loneliness can peak. It promotes the health benefits of hugging, like reducing stress and boosting happiness hormones that is called oxytocin, and serves as a reminder of the importance of physical touch and human connection to foster love and understanding. So physical touch is a must. Please give way for a hug today, and also do well to hug someone, either the male or female. And lastly, on Own Your Own Home Day, celebrate home ownership's personal and financial benefits, promoting it as a path to stability, wealth building through equity, community involvement, and the sense of identity and security, while also acknowledging the journey to achieving it, especially amidst housing challenges. So do well to congratulate someone who owns a home or a house today. Congratulations to myself. I home. I home. I'm not lying. I own a casino, a mansion, and a lot of houses. Yes, speaking into existence and into Kalabasua. Faith are things hoped for but not seen. Yes, and that's all for today on Today in History and some observances live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Congratulations to myself.
Amen.
Congratulations to you all. Make sure you hug someone today.
Yeah.
Even if you hate the person, hug the person. But today is hugging day now. No, is that not what you read? And so hug someone. But I'm not hugging you today because you've had enough hugs.
Who?
From me. Right. Miss Debbie.
Welcome to Debbie's Grow, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Beginning February 1st, 2026, Ghana will start refining 1 metric ton of its gold locally, marking a decisive shift from raw mineral export to value-added gold export, as the Ghana Gold Board signs a landmark agreement with Gold Coast Refinery Limited. The move is aimed at boosting export value and retaining refining fees within the local economy. Speaking at the signing ceremony on Tuesday, January 20th, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sami Gyamfi, described the deal as a turning point in the management of Ghana's gold resources. Today is a great day because we will be executing a groundbreaking landmark agreement that will change the face of management of our gold resources. Under the agreement, up to 1,000 kilograms of gold exported by the Ghana Gold Board would be refined locally every week. Sami Gyamfi said the policy direction was clear from the onset. His Excellency the President's instructions were very clear to ensure that Ghana move away from extraction to full value optimization. The agreement also deepens Ghana's stake in the gold value chain. It grants the Republic of Ghana 15% free carried interest in gold refinery held by the Ghana Gold Board on behalf of the state. Sami Gyamfi stressed that the refinery is no longer just a service provider. We are not some strangers who are going to be refining our gold at Gold Coast Refinery. That refinery is also ours, he said. He added that the decision followed the discovery that Ghana's largest refinery was operating far below capacity, even as almost all gold exports left the country unrefined. 99.9% of all the gold we export is exported in this raw form, he said, describing the situation as very troubling. The refined gold will meet minimum purity levels of 99.5% with capacity for higher international standards. The partnership also brings in Rand Refinery, Africa only accredited refinery, to strengthen capital, technical capacity and support Ghana's ambition. Beyond value addition, the agreement is expected to keep millions of dollars in refining fees within Ghana's economy, support 24-hour refinery operation, create jobs and generate additional tax and dividend income for the state. So this is a good news. This is a very good news. when I heard this yesterday, my excitement knows no bound. Like, I was so excited because all the goods we've been exporting from Ghana are in its raw state. And so the percentage we are supposed to get as a country, we don't get it. So imagine we are supposed to get like 100% interest or income revenue in the gold we are exporting to sell out there. We get like say 20 or 10% out of it because we don't refine it here. We send it, we sell it out to them in its raw state, and they are not going to buy it as a fixed price, because when they buy it in a raw state, they are now going to refine it, and they are going to get times, I feel like they are going to get times 10 of what they sold to you. So why shouldn't we refine it here in the country, and instead of losing that huge sum of money to our customers out there in other countries where we've been selling the gold to, why don't we refine it here, and then that revenue is being kept in the country? This has been calls from a lot of people that see Ghana is so blessed with gold, but we don't really have its impact because we do not have that capacity to refine it. But yesterday, Gold Board, with its chief executive officer Sami Jemfi, an agreement with Ghana Gold Coast Refinery, coming together to refine our raw golds into value-added gold that will be export out there. So if we refine it here, then it means that we are going to sell it in its full capacity, in its refined form, and not in its raw state. So if we used to sell those gold out there at a low price just because it is in its raw state, then now we are going to sell it in a very high price, a competitive one, of course, for us to gain more revenue. So it means that we are going to get more revenue on our gold than we used to get. And I think this is a very commendable initiative that needs to be applauded. We are hoping that this initiative is being sustained. Since we are going to refine it here, it means we have the capacity to do so. And so it should be well sustained, well managed. Gold is money. So when we are talking about gold, we are talking about money. And I think refining gold has to do with a lot of things. A lot of things goes into it. So we should ensure that the management is properly fixed. We don't want to hear any after this whole thing. Because as I said, it's a very commendable one. Ghana, for the past years now, are not getting what we are supposed to get on our raw exports, on our natural reserves, because we export them in its raw form, and no one is going to buy it at a fixed price. No, they are going to buy it at a price that will feel comfortable to them. But trust me, after they refine it, they are going to make times 10 out of what they've paid you. And as I've read, it's going to bring in millions of cedis back into the country. They are going to employ people, because if we will be refinery gold every week, then it means we need a lot of hands. And so this is going to employ people as well. It's going to employ some Ghanaians who are into this. I think this is based on engineering, right? And they're going to employ people who are going to help and then ensure that the golds are refined in its correct state. It makes sense when you have the natural resources, and it also makes sense when you have everything it takes to process it and ensure that they are appealing to the public, ensure that they are appealing to your customers. You will make it. And that is why you see all these countries we admire, they have what it takes. They do not have the natural resources, but you also do not have what it takes to refine it. So what they will do is that they will sell it from you at a very low price. They will take care of it there, and then they'll make much money out of it. So I think they should be commendable. They shouldn't be buttressed with politics. I know there is another press conference loading, But this shouldn't be buttressed with politics. This should be something that should be applauded by every Ghanaian. Every Ghanaian. It's going to help us. Now that we are going to back out of IMF, we need to ensure that our economy or our financial status is firmly grounded, so that we don't get ourselves wanting in the middle of the road. So I feel like this initiative Gold Board is bringing on board, it's very, very good. And trust me, they are doing massively well. Forget about the naysayers that will put across things that do not exist. If you want to take off the negative lens and focus on this, it is going to help us. Seriously, it is going to help us if only we properly manage it, ensure that things are done the way it's supposed to be done, and not the other way around, where we'll start something. This shouldn't be a 9-day wonder, please. I feel like this initiative should continue from every government that will take over, should ensure that this is well handled. If this should only exist during this government, what if coming election this government do not win power again? Does it mean that the next government coming on board is not going to walk in the same footsteps as the current government? Then that is going to be a big blow onto us. I feel like this should be penned down. It should be something that any government that comes on board, you need to continue it. What makes you feel so happy when you have this kind of intention or this kind of notion that what you have, you can have your way around it, transform it into something very meaningful, something that have value? Like, there is this kind of joy and excitement, because you know that the money is still in the country, the gold is ours. So when we find it here, come on, we are going to get like massively, we are going to get a lot of money out of this, and that is going to be very massive. So please, I feel like we should support this initiative. We should commend Gold Board for this, and we should hope for the best, that the best will come out from this. And I believe if we continue to do this, I wouldn't be surprised if Ghana becomes a hub. We have enough. I wouldn't be surprised if Ghana becomes a hub where, other countries will learn from us, because this is a good start. It is a good start. We hope that it wouldn't be some of those stories we used to hear. Sometimes it's good not to think negative, though, but as usual, when you're thinking about the positive side of something, you need to also think about its negative side as well. But trust me, if this should continue, maybe Ghana can also stand very firmly when it comes to its economy and also lend money to other countries, just the way IMF is doing. It is possible. It is possible. Everything you purport here, and then with determination, hard work, not listening to naysayers, it will come into fruition. It will stand. There is nothing we cannot do. So long as we have the resources, God has also blessed us with the wisdom to handle it well, to make the money ourselves. Let's enjoy our own money and not throw it out to people who did not suffer for it. So I think it's a good one. Kudos to God Board. We hope to see more, and then we are praying that it will help. Yes, we are hoping for the best. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that girl. We are wishing them all the best, and we are hoping for the best. We call it a wrap on the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be coming up with the news shortly. Right after the news, we'll zoom in into the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Make sure you don't miss it. Stick and stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko ni kosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, Ghana to refine 1 metric ton of gold weekly to boost local economy. Lawyer for Ken Ofori-Atta rubbishes protest seeking his deportation. Accra Metropolitan Assembly intensify efforts to clear traders from restricted areas ahead of February decongestion exercise. The New Patriotic Party presidential hopeful criticized NDC government over transportation crisis. Kwabena Japan also unveils plan to restore meritocracy in the country. These and many more coming up your way shortly. Ghana is set to revolutionize its gold industry starting February 1st, 2026. This landmark agreement between the Ghana Gold Board and Gold Coast Refinery marks a significant shift from exporting raw gold to value-added gold in boosting revenue, creating jobs and retain refining fees within the country. The deal includes a 15% state ownership in Gold Coast Refinery, expected to generate millions of dollars in refining fees. The refined gold will meet international standards with a minimum purity of 99.5%.
Quality services to the government of Ghana. The refinery, I can confirm, is implementing all the recommendations we made. We then commenced the drafting of an agreement between us and Gold Coast Refinery, which agreement has gone through rigorous scrutiny by the governing board of the Gold Board and our sector minister. Now, this agreement, which we'll be signing a few moments from now, is going to ensure that up to 1 metric ton of gold, in other words, up to 1,000 kilograms of gold that is exported by the Ghana Gold Board, will be refined here in Ghana at Gold Coast Refinery every single week. And we hope to ramp this up through a gradual phased approach and ensure that we are able to achieve total local refining of all the gold we export out of the country. Let me say that Gold Coast Refinery has been very cooperative. They have not relented despite the challenges. There's a refinery that was commissioned in November of 2016 that has gone through several challenges since then. But I think that with where we have gotten to now, it's important to commend them for their persistence and their determination. They have not given up on their Ghana project. And what is even more exciting about today's occasion, this occasion, and the agreement we are about to sign, is the coming on board, or let me say the bringing on board of Rand Refinery by Gold Coast Refinery. as I've already indicated, Rand Refinery is the only LBMA accredited refinery in the whole of Africa. And it is our hope that by coming on board, they will bring their expertise, their experience to bear to enhance the technical capacity, the management capacity of Gold Coast.
Lawyer for former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has dismissed the protest staged by Arise Ghana at the American Embassy. This was after the group demanded Ofori-Atta's extradition to face corruption charges. According to him, such protests will not influence the American government decision. Meanwhile, government has formally requested Ken Ofori-Atta's extradition, with Attorney General confirming visa revocation as linked to ongoing investigation into alleged corruption. Ofori-Atta faces 78 corruption-related charges filed by the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
This picketing, and I think people are saying it is a fair complete.
Yeah,
really?
the process.
I mean,
really.
this picketing, I think people should understand what they do at all times. You think going to congregate in front of the American Embassy and throwing placards and banners around would get the American Embassy or whatever to deport Ken Ofori-Atta in the country? I mean, if it was that simple, I mean, the whole world would be in the thermal. Sometimes we should be guided and guarded in what we do.
So you feel the picketing is needless?
That is the language you're using. I haven't said anything. I'm saying people should not think that these things are just done in a vacuum. You will congregate or assemble in front of American Embassy, hold banners and placards, and you think because you do that, Ken Ofori-Atta will be deported into the country. Oh, come on. Otherwise, if it was as simple as that, why did the government of Ghana to the Attorney General comment or trigger the...
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly is gearing up for its February decongestion exercise. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the Assembly, Michael Kpakpo Alote announced strict action against traders occupying restricted areas. Traders will be relocated to designated market with support during the transition. AMA aims to improve traffic flow in Accra's central business district.
The market women, they are already familiarized with what do you call it, the red line. They know already the red lines in their head. I mean, I learned people who are fighting over their positions already. Everybody is aware of the red line. It's been popular, it's been famous, and we are going to deepen the red line for them to go back. Some of them have shop. I'll make sure they go into their shops and sell. And those who don't have the shops, I've started Slaga markets. I'm trying to put up one or two more. The Excellency John Dramani Mahama is building a 24-hour office. So that one too is bringing at some 29 markets on board again. So if we clear all of them, they will go to the shops. But for now, that we have not finished the shop. The red lines that we did, I'm going to enforce the laws for them to go back of the lines.
A presidential hopeful for the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Brian Echampo, has criticized President Mahama-led National Democratic Congress government for poor management of transportation challenges. He argues that the current state of the NDC's inadequate policies and lack of effective implementation. His criticism comes as Ghana grapples with rising transportation costs. According to research, Ghana's transportation system has been plagued by inadequate public transport, high fares and poor road infrastructure.
NDC for no. Pese me kan se bi kire mo na me de chiche ore. Pese me kan Ghana amamu a MDC for no ebu me pese me kan bi kire ti ha ni ye. Ebi wo ho a me kan no brofo ti ni ye. Hwe you see dollar. Na the akoso of dollar no mu no. Enu bi na akoso of transport. Cosmetics, sir. Ye beboa private sector no na omaye omai ni ye no. instead of helping the private sector to drive the economy, we are relying on cosmetics. Enti bronya car ho be ye den e no kre e wo mu bronya ya knipa bebre shopping enti car ho ye den ba ankra dwumadie no se sika wo mu botomu a e na omo beto cars ni bi no mo dia he den omo dia nya sika bronya e we dia aban ntimi ammo ankra bronya ni du ye no na say metro bus e wo asese wo ni na mesen konkran bus e wo e boga ni na mesen konkran e na omo de solve problem ni solve wie no e na bus omo ye bus na omo anya sika anto aduane bronya no omo say de mo nsan fa bus ni me dey emegu. And because you could not empower the private sector transport owners no eno na ene ama cars no anyi omo se e wo Ghana nkran ya omo nya car emfa sa cosmetics no ebi no omo de aye dollar no enye growth enye development enye private sector productivity and air driving growth no enti yakotam $10 billion every Bank of Ghana and the abeshe economy no 1 year dollar no aba form aba be through 10 afi the IMF was a krachi sa de na we no ntimi nye bio because the car and na air bro mine enti munyai 2026 no kofa $10 billion ni bi way 2027 no kofa $10 billion ni bi way meanwhile no so no private sector no went me engineer growth dia fee no menka se metiman ni mo man ni emmodie enso niema na o maye no bia kire se dollar no e ba be mani mu so e ba be mamu mu so aduane e ba 2025 2024 and 2023 fertilizer ye cry e di ba o man.
Also, presidential hopeful for the New Patriotic Party, Kwabena Ejapon, has outlined plans to restore meritocracy by ending political patronage, streamlining government with a lean government, and reform the judiciary. Ejapon emphasized that his administration will prioritize completing existing projects, cut wasteful spending, and institutionalize a culture of maintenance across government agencies. He also planned to simplify land title registration program.
Pillar 4, which is very dear to my heart, restore meritocracy and professionalism to the public service. We will restore the dignity and competence of our civil and public services, and I can assure you, with KAA as president, we will give you our nation back its competent heart, and in fact, in our civil and public service, merit will rule again. Promotions will come from hard work, not connection. We will end the cycle of political patronage and build a strong and permanent state institutions of excellence, and that serves only the people of Ghana. We will move to end the wasteful seminars, retreats, and empower our public servants to get into implementation mode, to serve, and to build an institutional memory that outlives every government. The state machinery will be effectively and efficiently managed by a genuinely downsized government of 19 cabinet ministers, to be assisted by an equal number of deputies, in addition to the 16 in the regions, making up a team of 54. I would undertake stakeholder consultations to introduce a cap of 11 judges on our Supreme Court and abolish the retirement age of 70. This will allow the Supreme Court judges to serve until they are medically unable to perform their functions. I believe this policy will reduce the opportunity to presidents, reduce the opportunity that presidents have to pack the apex court with their favorites and restore true independence of our judiciary.
In business, gold prices have surged to a fresh all-time high, underscoring the metal's growing strategic significance in global markets. Sports gold climbed 1.6% to a record of 4,748.9 per ounce on Tuesday, extending a powerful rally that continues to redraw price benchmarks for the precious metal. The latest move pushes gold decisively into uncharted territory, reflecting sustained investor demand and strong market momentum. Analyst says the rally highlights gold's enduring appeal as both a store of value and a strategic asset, particularly in an environment marked by global economic uncertainty, geopolitical tension, and shifting monetary expectations. The record-breaking performance reinforces gold's status as a commodity in global portfolios, with active trading volumes and positive sentiment driving prices higher. The scale of the latest gain signals not just a short-term spike, but a continuation of a broader appreciation trend that has defined gold's recent market trajectory. This historic surge in gold prices comes as Ghana, Africa's largest gold producer, moves to capture more value from its natural resources, shifting away from raw exports towards domestic processing. The country has signed a strategic value addition with Gold Coast Refinery Limited, under which 1 metric ton of Ghana's gold will be refined locally. The move is aimed at boosting export earnings, retaining refining fees within the local economy, and deepening Ghana's participation in the global gold value chain. Industry Watchers says the timing is significant. With gold trading at record highs, Ghana's push to refine more of its output locally positions the countries to maximize revenue, strengthen industry capacity, and reduce dependence on external fisheries at a moment when the global gold market is delivering exceptional value. To sports, Arsenal football manager has commended his team for rising to the occasion to deliver a special performance. The Gunners clinched its 7th win in 7 games in the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 group stage by beating Inter Milan 3-1 at the San Siro in Italy. Forwards Gabriel and Victor scored to give Arsenal the big win. Gabriel picked up the Man of the Match award after scoring twice. Speaking to Amazon Prime after the game, Mikel highlighted how impressed he was with his team competing and winning a tough game. In showbiz, Kumasi residents are calling on the Musician Union of Ghana, Musica, and the government to join hands to honor the late legendary gospel musician Yao Sapon. The founder of the Asomafo Gospel Group passed away on January 20th at the age of 66 in Kumasi. Yao Sapon and fellow musician Mami Tiwa, a key pillar of Asomafo music who died on December 7th, had been receiving treatment at New Jerusalem Church in the Tiwa district. Residents and church members close to Yao Sapon and Mami Tiwa broke down in tears during an interview that described it as very sad to lose 2 prominent musicians within months, recalling Dio's contribution to their spiritual growth. It was also confirmed that Yao Sapon's family took him away from the church after Mami Tiwa's passing, and he was no longer with the church community. The church leadership is awaiting official confirmation from Yao Sapon's family before breaking their silence. Residents and traders around the church have also expressed deep condolences to the family of the late gospel musician. They are urging Musica and the government to ensure Yao Sapon's legacy lives on. On national updates, scientists are rethinking what cattle are capable of after an Australian cow named Veronica was found to use tools with impressive skills. The discovery, reported by researchers, suggests cows may have far greater cognitive abilities than previously assumed. Veronica, a cow living in a mountain village in Australian countryside, has spent years perfecting the art of scratching herself using sticks and brooms. Word of her behavior eventually reached animal intelligence specialists, who found her use both ends of the same object for different tasks. If it were her back or another tough area that warranted a good scratch, she would use the bristle of a broom. When a softer touch was needed, such as on her sensitive underbelly, she would use the smooth handle end. This kind of tool use is rarely seen in the animal kingdom and has never been documented in cattle before. Dr. Antonio Macero of the University of Veterinary Medicine says, "We were not expecting cows to be able to use tools. We were not expecting a cow to use a tool as a multi-purpose tool. Until now, this has only been consistently reported in chimpanzees," he said. Getty Images crunches down on a log gripping a stick which pokes through a box to get food. Chimpanzees shows sophisticated tool use, such as using a stick to get food from a box. Chimpanzees use and show the most varied range of tool use outside of humans. They use sticks to gather ants and termites and stones to crack nuts. However, despite about 10,000 years of human living outside cattle, this is the first time scientists have documented a cow using a tool. The researchers says their discovery shows that cows are smarter than we think, and that other cows could develop similar skills. As for Veronica's own organic farmer, he hopes her unexpected talent will inspire people to value the natural world. The study is published in the journal Current Biology. And that's a wrap on the morning news update. Thank you so much for doing the listening. Don't forget to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalks Radio for more detailed information. I am Deborah Adol, so do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio wo UK abrochimemu era from Ghana mu ha the sound system which spinning machine papa every amana ne aba begu oman Ghana mu ha enti se we ye aye we ye engagement we ye wedding we ye birthday party political parties are mo ye rally se mo ye sorry mo ye crusade so we book carnival or any kind of event. Now we pay spinning machine papa a boa sound in the mu dead there any may come for GTR sounds at the amount. Your live band in so I would tone sa at the frame ya beat me about the boa ama ujumedia woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pupuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi ane se wo be frɛ mpanifo ɛwɔ 0546960510 GTR sounds emu de angaza.
Good morning to you once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. I'm sitting right here in the studios with my ladies and we'll be looking at a few news headlines before we have our guests joining us for the main segment, second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Right. Good morning. You are welcome once again. You've been chatting since morning. I've been eyeing you.
Who?
You.
Chatting
and laughing.
Chatting?
Where?
Chatting.
I said where?
I'm doing my personal research. So if you see me on my phone, you should tell you that I'm getting some points. Yes.
Hey, then you love
I was laughing because the way she did her face, I wanted to tell her that whether you frown or not, you will still sit. And that was why I was laughing.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Maybe she wants to take breakfast.
I think it's ready. It's ready.
Right, let's look at a few headlines. KK Sapon focus on Kennedy Japan's humility, leadership, qualities, not temper. Are you sure? Not the temper, rather. All right, let's read it. Dr. KK Sapon, former Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, has described the temperament of New Patriotic Party presidential aspirant Kennedy Ejapon as manageable, urging party delegates to focus on his overall qualities rather than his outspoken nature. Kennedy Ejapon has often been described as a no-nonsense individual who is easily provoked, a perception that has generated debates within the party. Mr. Ejapon typically reacts only when provoked and should be assessed based on the totality of his character. I did a summary. His pulses were higher. I am saying that the only problem people could see is with his speech. For me, we can manage that so that he can do the good things in him for the benefit of the country. Dr. Sapon also pointed to Mr. Japon's record, noting the absence of corruption allegations against him. Have you heard that he's been tagged with corruption? If he's insulting people, That is one side. But have you looked at the totality of his personality? He asks. He added that his closer interaction with the NPP aspirants has revealed a more humble side. I got closer to him and saw how humble he is. Now he must be behaving presidential. Let us be honest. In the last 6 months, have you heard anything about him that is negative? It's not pretense, Dr. Sapon said. According to him, Kennedy Japan's recent conduct and leadership choices demonstrate maturity, and he should be judged beyond a single trait. Whatever he is, don't judge him on one variable. Judge him on the totality of his variables, he added. So for Mr. KK Sapon, Kennedy Japan is a very demure man. He's very calm. He's eloquent. He hasn't been tagged with corruption. In the past 6 months, he has not misbehaved. But you can accept the fact that he's a no-nonsense person. So we should rather be grooming him. We should rather focus on his humility and leadership qualities, not his temper. His temper has nothing to do with what he's aspiring for. I'm laughing like killer. His temperament has nothing to do. It's in the bufu says, yeah, no, hey, soldiers, go and shoot. That one has nothing to do with his leadership. Is that what they are saying? Miss Debbie, what do you think?
I don't like the fact that he said we should manage him. What are we managing? We should manage his character. You can't tell me we should manage the character of a person. As someone who doesn't know that he has a very bad character or has a very bad behavior, and you know perfectly well that this man do not even care if he can cause chaos, tell you his mind. Yes, we know. Same man I can't forget the name. My papa here. He need Japan. I've been mentioning his name since why?
You would dream about him.
Kennedy Japan, Ken, right? Kennedy Japan. Yes, it's true. We've not heard him being involved in. Well, I haven't seen on media where he has been mentioned or his name has been buttressed with corruption before. No, but we are talking about behavior. When you're talking about a leader, who is a leader? All these things count. Your temperament, how you conduct yourself, how you do your things. We will not just. We are not managing your. You shouldn't say that. We should manage him. No, now we can't.
That one aside, you can manage his character.
Manage it? No, we can't manage his character.
We should rather focus on his leadership and his humility.
That is what we are saying. That every day we learn a new thing. Every day you learn something new. As you are growing, if you have in mind that you want to stand or for a position one day, you should be laying your bricks well. Okay, portray the good image out there. Let people know you for who you are. Don't portray that image that you think that's at the end of the day we should manage. Who should manage you? Imagine yes. I like the fact that he's a no-nonsense person. I like the fact that when you do something, he tells
you like that about him.
Wait, let me finish. I like the fact that he tells you when you are wrong. So I've seen instances where some people were misbehaving in the party or come when him. That is fine, okay, because they say when persuasion failed, force must be applied. So when you are doing something very bad in the party and it feels like obedient me when you are catch over. Yes, but he's doing something more than what he's doing. Like he's overdoing it. This is the same person that told us that he know the killer of Ahmed Swale, and up till now he has not even been questioned. And you want this person to lead us, and you just wake up. I'm sorry, please forgive me, but I feel like this man is feverish because you cannot wake up and tell me that we should manage Kennedy Japan. Oh, we should manage Kennedy Japan because we know everyone has his or her negative aspect, okay, but sometimes you don't have to put it too much out there. Kennedy would have been a good leader, trust me. And if you tell me that among the MPP the aspiring candidates I should pick one person, I'll pick Kennedy Japan. I'll pick him because don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything now.
Your facial expression. I'll pick Kennedy Japan. And as I said, I like the fact that there is something in him. Oh yeah, the name now person be catch you.
He will not sugarcoat it.
He will not sugarcoat it. Like he will tell you. He will tell you as it is plain, and he wouldn't hide it. That is it. No, I know. I believe said there are situations where he will give it to you like that. But you see, Subaye Bibia, no one can change.
You can't hide it.
You can't tell me that you are president to your best, sir. It is something that Onwanka sent to me and changing the whole. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect him, but ni parent or ma wono na intimi and change no enya afen oba be deep mampeni or Ghana we will think of changing him. No, it is something that is within. There that could be someone who trigger that. So are we saying that President Mahama is not seeing all the bad things that is going on? Are we saying that he's not seeing the tantrums that people are throwing at him, the negative words? Kennedy Japan will not stand that or the Bemau. He will react to, and that as a leader, you should know that there are certain things which is very difficult for him. So I think there is a lot to do. Like personally, he has to work on himself. So I mean, don't come and sit there with your data and tell me that we should manage him. He is not a commodity to be managed.
Miss Regina, personally,
spoke.
But you, on a personal level,
do you
like Kennedy Japan?
Oh yeah.
What do you like about him?
I like Kennedy Japan for the fact that he's a no-nonsense man.
Right. Is it because
No,
because
when you're a no-nonsense man, people see you or term you as disrespectful.
Right.
And it's only in Ghana or it's only in African countries where when you are bold, when you are confident, when you voice out, they term you as disrespectful and very rude. But I really like and love him because he's a no-nonsense man. He's not the type to allow you to bully him just easily like that. And his physical look is intimidating. He's very intimidating.
His physical appearance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can't intimidate him.
Like he doesn't smile. He doesn't smile.
So like you even approaching him, it will be very difficult. I think we've had a one-on-one conversation with him before during the election. He's a very nice person.
Yeah, he is.
When you are around him, but from afar he's intimidating. So I think I would say he's a right person for this 31st election, and we hope they would vote for him. Aside the other tantrums he did, we've seen. Aside that, he's a very good candidate. Yeah.
But wait, I'm not saying this should happen, but if Kennedy Japan,
I want to inform you, my guests are in.
Yeah, I know. If Kennedy Japan becomes the president, he has more than 30 wives. So how are we going to refer to them as first ladies?
More than 30 wives.
Anna.
More than 30 wives.
Or it's less.
I don't know, Solomon.
I don't know, but he has multiple.
He has a wife, a very fair lady.
Okay, so
and I think that's
he
the
has
lady
a sole one
campaigning for him.
Oh, okay, so he has a sole one with him and the other ones.
A public wife.
I understand. Yeah.
You understand?
Understand. I've gotten it now.
Right.
It makes sense.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me briefly. Right, my guests are already in, so we'll go for a quick commercial break, then we usher them in.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1.
Good morning to you once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast. And I must say that I'm excited to have right here in the studio. He used to be the regular Thursday guest, but I don't know what happened today. He was just like, okay, I want to come. So why not? The controversial one.
I also got a call from you yesterday.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Yes. Asking me, your producer said you should ask me if I'm available. So
it's okay.
It wasn't just about me saying I want to come.
Is that how you are? So you betrayed me.
I betrayed all of us, including your producer.
All right. We have Mr. Dubig Ganib Steven, social commentator, the controversial social commentator, right in the studios. We'll be diving into the main topic of the day. Mr. Dubig.
Yes, madam.
Let me officially say good morning to you.
Let me also officially say good morning to you too. Official meets official.
Good morning to you, Mr. Dubig.
Good morning.
How are you doing? Don't mention my surname.
Okay. I'm good, and you?
I'm fine.
We thank God.
How's it been?
Everything has been well.
You good?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Very good.
Yeah,
have you
very,
taken
very
breakfast
good.
already?
Not yet.
What are we having for breakfast?
I don't know. Maybe after here, when I get home, I'll know what I'm going to eat.
And some people are already going to eat kinky.
But me, I don't like kinky.
Sorry.
I don't like kinky. It's
then
not,
you're missing out.
It's not a food that I enjoy eating.
All right. That's fine.
Nidia.
How?
Oh,
how many minutes?
Oh, come on. So when you mean now, we can you back on what boy? Yes, and what's your
David. Opa, obet me nina.
Ubet me you huning.
Obet me. Now di benkwa udi nesen.
Me benguze.
Oh di ben. So yi roba ni hunina. E she roba
say benkwa no yi na dey aton kwan.
What's in your deal?
Aye.
Anything.
Fanasa.
Aqua babio.
Yeah, and
young Quamen cover for them and son of my coca bibi.
Uchi na nya dem. Can't bravo nenko.
It's okay. Let's go. Right, so before we dive into the main topic for discussion this morning, we discussed yesterday something yesterday right here in the studios, and I would like for you to hit on that briefly before we zoom into the topic. So Ghana to scrap mining stability pacts, increase royalties. So the government of Ghana says it will end special long-term agreements it signed with some mining companies and increase the money mining firms pay to the state. These agreements could cause stability pacts, allowed mining companies to pay fixed taxes and royalties for many years, even when gold prices went up. Government officials says this system no longer benefits Ghana, especially now that gold prices are very high. So under the new plan, mining stability agreements will not be renewed when they expire. Royalties paid by mining companies will increase, possibly doubling. Ghana wants to earn more money from its gold to support development. Sorry. So that is it. Ghana to scrap mining stability pacts and increase royalty. First of all,
some royalties are as little as 5%.
As little on which of the products?
Gold. Yes.
Only gold, or there are other products that
there are other resources that are there too. But since you are saying mining, I want to limit it to gold trading.
Limited to gold.
Okay, so if the royalty doubles and the royalty is 5%, that is 10%, right?
That is 10%.
What have you done?
You think that is still too small?
What have you done? At least this thing, I've not seen the policy document. I've not read through it. I don't know the modalities at which they will go by this thing. But if they just say there's a possibility that these things, the royalties will double. We've not done anything because we are earning as little as 5%. So if it doubles to 10%, what have you done?
But
This royalty thing, this mining royalty thing, it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go.
So what is the way to go?
The way to go is having a share, being part of ownership of the companies that mine. So before you come to, we even grant you license to come and mine in Ghana. The state can say that. The state can say that if you are coming, the state will owe 30% in your mining company. So
30%.
When you come, you set a local firm like a consortium with you and the government. So if you have 10 directors on the board, you have 7, the state will have 3. If you mine $100 million worth of gold, the state will have 30%. You take 70% for your investment or all that. We can even scale it up. The state can say, okay, I'm taking 70%, take 30%, depending on the negotiations. If you don't agree to our terms, our gold is buried under the ground.
But wouldn't that be a loss to the states, because we are equally generating revenue from there as well? So if the gold is buried to the ground,
imagine Ghana gets to a time that we can set up a mining company, a state-owned mining company, and all the monies that the mining company have taken from the state comes to us. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the revenues you make? Can you imagine? You cannot imagine, because the sums are huge. We are talking about billions of dollars. So it can't just be because we are earning some coins today or some paltry amount today. It is okay. You get it?
Yeah.
If I'm selling you, I'm trading my phone, and then we all know that my phone is worth 10,000 cedis, and you come and you say, oh, I'll give you 5,000. Now say me there. Then I'll keep it and wait for the right time. Ubi ba no me 10,000. You get it?
A better offer.
Go na chef for more empro. You get it? It is always under the ground. If we cannot build our capacity to mine it today, the future generation, maybe one day, will be in a better position to mine it and maximize the full profit, the full potential of the natural resources. Yeah, the royalties no check.
Yeah, so if that has been the case and we know that we don't generate enough revenue, and it look as if these foreigners, or foreigners, not necessarily just maybe those outside, because we equally have some people also right here in this country. If what we are generating is little, why has it been the case for all these while that nobody has, get up to say that let's do something about it? Because I believe this reform has been there for quite some time now.
You see, sometimes the political will to do, and sometimes if we are sending you get it. These Europeans and American companies that comes here, they have influence. Imagine if you decide one day to say, oh, all American companies, all American mining companies should cease mining here, and then we want to take back our, our gold, or control our own resources. We go there to beg them for arms. We go there to beg them for money. They support us in aid. Their government can also say that, okay, because you people are being rude or harsh or not giving our company a room to operate in your country, we are cutting this humanitarian or aid that we give to your country. It can happen. So it's all about negotiations and taking our time to implement this thing further. We can say, okay, the companies that are already in existence, continue to do what you're doing. But from now going, if we are to renew or grant any license, new licenses, this is going to be the regimen. It's either we have shares in the company or don't come.
Or don't come.
Yes. Of course, somebody will make the argument of taxes, somebody will make argument of employment. These are things that we need to choose between. We need to either choose between we getting our people employed and getting little in return, or we taking our time and maximizing the full potential of our resources. But from where I am sitting, I will choose to maximize the full potential of the resources, which will in turn one day take care of the taxes that I'm not getting today, take care of the unemployment that will create today. You understand?
Yeah.
So Ghana can come with a policy plan. Okay, for the next 10 years, this is what you're going to do. For the next 10 years, you are going to put structures in place. After maybe 2036, we are going to own 50% of every mining company in Ghana. So all the profit that comes, 50% comes to us. What I say? That money will be bigger than say JJ taxes, JJ royalties. Because go there or match free Ghana and you go to K12.
Right. So if we are doubling the taxes and then increasing the royalties, isn't that sucking away the investors? Because as it stands now, I learned the foreign investors haven't even responded to this yet.
Sucking the investors as in?
Because you are going to double the taxes of which they have to pay for. And mind you that Ghana is not the only country that mines gold. We have other competitors as well. Is that not driving away the foreign investors to go to other countries to, invest in their rather?
So would you rather, I get the question that you're not asking for your person, but I want to throw this back at you. Would you rather attract investors that doesn't aid the growth, or you rather want the country to grow and maximize its full potential?
I rather want the country to grow.
Of course. So let's grow the country. If there are investors who would come regardless of the conditions that we put, because they know the potential. Of, you understand? Some of the mining leases that we give is like say 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. But if you are an investor coming in and you have like the country has shares in the company that we are going to set up together with the country, instead of having a 30-year mining lease which will expire, that you don't even know whether it will be renewed or not, this one now become permanent. You understand? As long as there's gold where you were giving the concession, you're going to mine because Ghana has shares in the company. Maybe Ghana controls 60%. So instead of coming and wanting 100% for 30 years, you can get 40% for the entirety, for as long as there's gold under the ground where you are giving concession. Do you get my point?
Yes, please. So
that would bring investors because they would know that when we go, we are guaranteed of time until we ourselves say, oh, they say they are too good now, but they ain't too big. This is my pa montoy shares and come again. When I say Monfa, your copy company for Ramana toy shares. You understand?
Yeah.
But right now, the procedures or the regimen there now is that you give you a lease, maybe 100 years, maybe 50 years, maybe 30 years, maybe 10 years. Utum go now 10 years and not 10 years and that's one. You bet me I catch you say you renew license no more. What I say? You bet me I say. If you are 10 years now, buy no investment or buy no crown, unyan take. But see a case okay, ye pay company no fan for finance and for fan. But instead so be too good no 30 years, na fe u to know the long haul. Kopim say good will be some assassin will be a child. You get it? That makes sense. That will make sense to an investor. If I were an investor and come to me with this proposal, I would rather go with the second option where I'll mine forever, which is not time bound. You get it? So it wouldn't be chasing away investors. It would be giving them an option that they might love, they might appreciate better than what we have now.
Right. With that being said, let's move on then. So for our first topic for discussion this morning, I believe you saw is it a protest? Should I call it demonstration? Yeah. I believe you saw the demonstration that happened yesterday. That was organized by.
Can I have one by the way? Something that.
One by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or we are going to treat it as a topic. The minority asking.
Yeah, the minority asking for Okujetu to resign. Yeah.
This people, what do they want?
Let me get a story.
Get a story.
You think it's not necessary?
Is it? What has Okujetu Ablakwa done? What did they say he has done?
I'm getting it.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
You think they should rest?
Oh. How? When we say diplomacy, it is not yes amasa. The fact that a country is or somebody is diplomatic doesn't mean that you should take his people for granted. I'm telling you, after Mohammed's first term, after Mohammed's term, I won't say after his tenure ends,
yeah,
Okujetu Ablakwa will be one of the best ministers under his government.
Right. I have the story now.
Okay.
Minority demands Ablakwa's sacking over diplomatic failures. The minority caucus has called for the immediate removal of Foreign Minister Samuel Okujetu Ablakwa, accusing him of repeated diplomatic missteps that have left Ghana exposed internationally, particularly over the recent U.S. visa policy affecting Ghanaian citizens. The statement was delivered at a press conference on Tuesday by Nana Asafo-Adjei. Ghana has always been a model of stability and reliability abroad, he said. Under this minister, that reputation is collapsing. We are now listed as a migration risk by the United States and facing diplomatic setbacks with Israel and Europe, all preventable. The minority's criticism comes amid a major shift in U.S. immigration policy. In January 2026, the U.S. State Department announced it would pause immigrant visa processing for nationals of 75 countries, including Ghana, from January 21, 2026, indefinitely, citing concerns that applicants are likely to become dependent on public benefits and require further review of screening procedures.
Thank you. Ended there.
Right.
What you read, where in that thing that you read did they say it is the activities, the behavior of Oblakwa that made them to suspend the immigration visa for Ghanaians? The issue is a policy direction of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The man has made it clear that American tax payers' money won't go to support any country. America wouldn't give credence to any other nation. It should be America for America, America for itself. So how does this concern Ablakwa? How is it Ablakwa's problem? The immigration, you see, I'm not sure sometimes they even understand what they are talking about. Though. They should go to the American embassy and check the rate at which immigration visas were granted before this thing. Right. They should go and check. They should be telling us the percentage they were granting. There's difference between, they have categories of visas. You get it? They have the tourist visa, which is the H1 or something.
Yeah. And the business visa.
They have a host of them. But the reason why they are saying that they are not going to grant the immigration visas for now is that people abuse it. Once they give it to you, you get there and they become burdens on them.
Right.
Donald Trump net in a man and was say, men you be a be or mam habi. Or see empamo okuja to a black one.
But do you think we can negotiate that? Or that is
negotiate what? What are you negotiating? And you are monote my muhano, or mudi a 8 years now, or man more minor in development. So if Ghana was developed to the level of what do you call it? America. One can be America.
I don't think no one will be interested to go there.
Why do people even want to migrate to America?
Because they believe there's better life there.
So why don't you make the country better instead of fighting? Say, you reinstate your immigration status. Na doctor for no ebenye sika training omo hakakra no no makwaji immigration omo ko. Nurse for ebenye sika training omo kakra no makwaji immigration state omo makwaji immigration visa no omo ko. Politicians should be thinking about how to make this country better and not how to make it easy for Ghanaians to travel to America and migrate there. What is wrong with these people? Huh? If you say these things, it's like what you have to say or mine enye ye. So kwatana we a politician. Na ko gina ba bi ka say ya ban Ghana say ma Ghana ni bi antu kwan kwa America. What you have to say or mine no enye ye. And politicians are the people who are supposed to be giving us hope that oman be ye. So man won't do any that then you have no business being where you are.
Right.
But swearing free ho. Na Ghana yan fancy you need government. So Ghana need government. Any you could do America for America say bo mo say yeah man you need government. There's no law and order. In the no never secure asylum. What did I say?
Yeah.
But if MPP for kwatana bontino mo kan na ye ban yes my US you know why they are fighting? Do you know why they are fighting?
No.
Because they think that if they don't fight, a day will come they want to go to America and will not get visas.
And they will not get visa.
Me I tell mini plane ticket CK.
I see that.
Me I tell mini plane ticket CK. America ban Ghana say me obi am ha me family. And family. Mini plane ticket CK. I can't afford plane ticket.
That's why they are fighting for.
So why should I be worried? Why should that bother me? Say, America ban Ghana say won't even migrate. Who even told you I want to migrate in the first place? That is your business. That is your elite now. What you wanna? Why be you say? Ebia dache obe wo ma kakra wo yere benyima mo why be say wo de na kwa America mana kwa wo monya citizenship. Ah wunya na no ho ntokwa na mokun you. Nye ordinary Ghanaian say ordinary Ghanaian nti na nka mokwan nka press conference na mo ye no nka it will be about pointing flaws in the development of our country say na ebe ya ye be ye ni yi amana ye yi. Na kwatana wo say America ban ye say me America nti ye nyi obi edi. How does Okujato have what do you call it, influence on the policies of America? It doesn't make sense. Then in this case, what would did they expect of Reata to do? What do you call it?
A black one. And only the Ken, why am with them?
Please. What do they expect a black one to do in this situation? Because even if you write to them, you sit down, you talk to them. At the end, I just said Trump admins a song.
Yeah.
Trump na year policy no, yeah, American embassy na year policy no. What you say? The policy is not American embassy in Ghana's policy. The policy is Trump's policy. And American embassies now, award these 75 countries, no, and implement it.
So they should leave a black one alone.
What should a black one do? I also even heard them talking about the Israelis now, yeah. Or we deported trains, we deported train.
Yeah.
Ah, na say young crop for are not good enough to visit your country, what makes you think your people are good enough to come to our country? It was a perfect retaliation. Tit
for tat.
Tit for tat. Tit for tat. What the woman here and some their war ni no be than also. You see, say what to quine pain. And what room Krobisu no who say see treaty Ghanaians. More airport. And Africans more airport. Oh no. So answer we on begina can come on because they have diplomatic passports. MPs never better now can't answer me. They have diplomatic passports. So sometimes they even get to the airport and because of their diplomatic passport, they don't queue. If we start to treat people the same way they treat us, they'll start respecting us. They will start respecting us. But Ubenya Binum say, when somebody say, because I'm about Tanaki can you more no consequences will be uncarried in Jerome. We are no master. I think this press conference wasn't for the ordinary Ghanaian,
but for themselves.
It was for themselves. Because me or take I forgot so. My sister or take Kumase. Onisika or the coach plane ticket to the American or I am agents or American visa immigration status. Yeah, the man umboa oh yes he can phone fund to Yadan Kawa America. Oka uncle that you. You must be able to give an address, baby. You must provide nipa ni details near friend or consulting as soon as you saw about her ampa was a so wouldn't you be out once you must show receipts say you've rented an apartment already. Answer your granted immigration status. And in your some percent of Mokano, Nipa sign a ko Sikisa immigration visa na omunya. Do no Ghana for a while brooch, be the American America be the American raffle. It be so I will make what chaminia. Make co visit, make co tourist, make co business, no, they are called what they are regularizing the state.
Yeah.
And the one better make a Samia Maho, Libya or Hebefawako. Embassy Honor the mom or my embassy visa. Ever for Libya or many your American hobby.
No.
So I think that this whole thing is not something that we should worry our heads over, and I think it's just a waste of time. Sometimes I feel that, and maybe because if things are going well in this country, the minority wants to be heard, so they will do some skirmishes and get themselves heard too. So it's fine.
They are trying to stay relevant.
Of course, but sometimes yes, I know why.
Oh, allow them.
Yeah, you begin to get on the nerves of Ghanaians. So I think that in as much as it is their responsibility as a minority or the opposition, they should also exercise that responsibility in moderation. And press conference. I'm telling you the truth.
Please be kind with your words.
Say when you broth me can cheat.
What can you cheat? All the sebe count.
Sebi in previous. Yansan be any.
What do you mean to cheat?
I mean, because I wouldn't teach me. They have asked me. I say sebi in previous. Yansan be any. I don't know. Press conference.
Yeah. That's it. Can we move on now?
Yes, we can move on.
Right. I know you are waiting for him, but he's still not here.
Finally, he
sure.
He's not coming.
He'll come.
He's not coming.
I'm sure producer will get in touch with him and find out if he's on his way or something.
Okay.
Right. Let's move on. So for our first topic, Arise Ghana pickets at U.S. Embassy Accra to demand Oferiata's return. Members of pressure group Arise Ghana have staged a protest at the United States Embassy in Accra, demanding that former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta be returned to Ghana to face justice. The protest took place on Tuesday, January 20, 2026. The group says no public official should be allowed to escape accountability, especially over decisions that affected millions of Ghanaians. Protesters gathered outside the embassy with placards reading, let Oforiatta face justice. Ken is needed in Ghana and bring Ken home. Some also what he shared current similar messages. Speaking to the media, Bernard Mona, a leading member of Arise Ghana, said the group believes Mr. Oforiatta has no intention of returning to Ghana. He claimed the former minister went to the United States for medical reasons but has since recovered and overstayed his visa. Mr. Bernard accused Mr. Oforiatta of attempting to avoid accountability and said the protest would continue until U.S. authorities cooperate with Ghana to secure his return. According to him, the group initially planned an indefinite protest but reached an agreement with the police to picket daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for 2 weeks. He warned that if no action is taken after that period, the group may escalate the protest with a continuous stay at the embassy. Meanwhile, Ken Oforiatta is expected to appear before a U.S. He has already appeared over alleged immigration violation. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) says he overstayed his visitor visa and no longer has legal status to remain in the country. A decision on possible extradition to Ghana may follow the court proceedings. So that was it. Yesterday, if you saw on social media people wearing black and red in front of the U.S. Embassy, then that was Arise Ghana. Before I come to you, Mr. Dubig, finally, we have Mr. Enoch. Okay. Good morning to you, Mr. Enoch.
Good morning.
How are you?
Highly favored. How are you?
We thank God. Was it difficult getting here? And the transport crisis no?
Need and dry campaign we do fear not
dear sign to know our bread.
And as it is, so the one strategize on I see a tifu also. But the one who we are with me a caquem. Because me do la pass a moto na me faba. Nipe gukwa hon peka ba. And in the transport not is a stone fast on the same.
Yo, that's it. You hear anything what we do? Mr. Big.
Yes.
About the picketing, do you think it was necessary?
Very unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
Yes.
Why?
It is too populist for my liking.
It's too what?
Populist.
Meaning? Break it down.
There are legal processes that Oforiatta's extradition or deportation will go through. Picketing at the U.S. Embassy won't fast track it. It is not you picketing at the U.S. Embassy. It's not going to be the reason why they will fast track the entire process and bring you Oforiatta. The process is the process over there. The law is the law.
So it won't do anything. The picketing won't do anything.
What will it do?
It won't amount to any result.
Nothing.
Zero.
Unless they burn that place. If they don't burn it, even if they burn it, nothing. If you burn the place, it will even give them more reasons why not to bring Oforiatta.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what was the point? What was the point? There was no point in that thing that they did. I think that so they just wanted to walk and exercise themselves. That's all. Either than that, you going to the American embassy to pick it. Did they change anything that went on last night?
Nothing yet, but they'll go on today for 2 weeks. They'll be doing that for 2 weeks.
It won't change anything. So the case has been adjourned to April
27th.
So will the picketing make them bring the case forward or something? Wallet? You see, I always say that cases like this, if you don't act tactically, you might end up giving the person you're going after the ammunition to escape you. Now, Oforiatta can say, even the government might not do anything to me. If I go to Ghana, the government will just prosecute me. But I'm afraid for my life because of the citizens.
Right.
What do I say? So I don't see why people are rushing. Oforiatta must come. Oforiatta should come. He will come. He will come. This just there's something funny I want to say.
Why?
Somebody said something to me yesterday, and then it's funny, but I don't know if it is appropriate for me to say, but I'll still say it anyway.
Can you sugarcoat it?
I'll try. Was this over a man the crana? That's that you go for baby.
That's harsh. The person is very mean.
Is it that thing? So I don't see why we are rushing and giving Oforiatta ammunition to defend himself and reasons not to come.
So you think this whole picketing alone, they can actually...
Yes, Oforiatta can say, I'm not sure the government can protect me against the citizens.
Right.
Oforiatta can cite examples with this demonstration. He can even play some of the videos of the things people said at that place in court as reasons why America shouldn't bring him to Ghana. And he will be within his right to do it. In a law court. Emotions, sentiments, sometimes truth doesn't matter. It doesn't. It is purely law and technical. And this is how Arise Ghana demonstration and say they were very vibrant during the Akufo-Addo era. So they don't want to be like Occupy Ghana. So they are trying to do something
to stay relevant.
Yes. But this one there. Oh. They could have taken, what do you call it, the demonstration to MPP headquarters or Akufo-Addo's house.
That would have been better.
Who appointed Oforiatta?
Akufo-Addo.
Who said he won't sack him when they said they should sack him?
Akufo-Addo.
So that is the right place they could have taken the demonstration to, if they have anybody to demonstrate to.
Right. I'll come back to you. Let me move to Mr. Enoch. Enoch, how do you feel about this whole picketing thing?
Oh, as my senior brother said, a good morning to your listeners. Sometimes some people just want opportunity to just revive their political career. Mr. Bernard Mona and his people are just want to use this as an opportunity for people to see that they are relevant. But you were used as a tool for the NDC. They are now in government, so your job is done. You should just find someone. But you see, the constitution is very clear. I've always been saying this. What they did, what was the essence? What result was it supposed to bring? That will bring him. You'd rather go to worsen their case. It is not important. I've always been saying this. If the Attorney General feels he has a case, send it to court. The Constitution allows for the person to be present or be tried in absentia. It is as simple as that. What is bring Oforiatta? If you have a case, a clear case, that you believe that with this case, every competent court of jurisdiction will rule in your favor and Oforiatta will be jailed, or whatever financial whatever you are talking about will be taken, but send it to court. His lawyers have spoken. They will come and defend. Is it by force to come and answer question? Where in the constitution binds a person to come and answer question? If you have a clear case, it is the courtroom, not on the street, not mob justice, not going to picket at the embassy. That this will rather call for it. It is now coming to seem like a political something. What they did yesterday.
Right.
And if his lawyers are, as they are saying, are that good, they can call for their person cannot come to such a country where people. You understand me? It is not important what they went to do yesterday. We have somebody who has already been even jailed. Or Wada Wabrochiri.
Yeah.
Wada. and someone who has not even been tried, you are calling for such a person to be brought back. They should go back there today and go and cry or shout that they should bring Sedinam. So we see that they are not biased people. We see that they are people who stand for truth, justice, and people who want corrupt people to go through the process. They should go there again today and pick it so that we bring Sedinam Tamaklo too. What kind of people do we have in this country? And you want to use a situation to revive your political career? Mr. Bernard Bona, this is not important. This is not good. We have pressing issues that we have to talk about. If you have a picketing to do, go to the Attorney General's office and go and picket that they should go and try him in absentia. That is what is important. When it comes, what will you gain? Is it by force? Sometimes we speak like this, and others will be somewhere saying that we support corrupt people. But you see what he's doing. Any reasonable person will understand. Anyone who knows the law, anyone who understands the constitution will see that whatever that is going on, that, sorry to say, does not make sense. If you believe you have a case against the man and you've called him and he's not coming, go to the courtroom. We've tried Sedinam in absentia. What are you saying? Is it compulsory for him to come? Mr. Kenofriata, have your peace wherever you are. Oh, they should pardon us.
You should rather be resting. Mr. Dubi,
Yeah.
why can't this whole questioning of a thing go on via Zoom or something?
Who said we want to question him?
He's supposed. The Attorney General said he's supposed to come down for questioning.
Questioning by who?
Starting from even the special prosecutor.
Did we say we want to question Ofriata?
What did the special prosecutor say?
The case is in court. So who is questioning who?
When the special prosecutor
the
started,
case,
you heard him right.
No, the case has been taken to court already, isn't it? 70-something case.
78
charges has been preferred against Ofriata. So now you've gone past the point of questioning. That time is past. I hear people saying, "Oh, we can try him in absentia." Sedinam Tamaklo was tried in absentia or something.
Exactly.
How do you even say it?
Absentia.
Okay. But one thing they forget is that Sedinam Tamaklo was arrested first. Her right read to her. Her plea taken. Sedinam left in the middle of the prosecution. He didn't leave whilst the prosecution hasn't even started. She left. She sought the permission of the judge to go and treat herself and didn't come back. The judge gave her time to return. So when she didn't return, during that time, the judge decided that I would try her in absentia. That decision wasn't made before the case was taken to court. And this is not a civil case. Oh. Let nobody deceive you to think that this is a civil case and you can be wherever you want and we try you from wherever you want.
It is possible.
I beg, when you were talking, I was here.
It is highly possible.
When you were talking, I was here. This is a criminal case. Say, akwasi mensa ko wia banche. Ni e che no no se ni tie ne ya. Ni enya no mane nko fie ni enni na asam court abroda ne dem a. Adenti na Kenoforiata yese wa fa o man ni sika no. De onkotena abrochire ndwodwo no ho. Na yenni na asem na ebo no a. Ote abrochire se ebenya no mpo ama wa serving the sentence no kra ya asem. How do reasonable people make this kind of argument? You are making that argument. If you commit a crime, can you run so that they try you in absentia?
This is not about emotions.
No, I'm asking you. It has got nothing to do. I'm not being emotional.
We are talking about what the Constitution says.
What does the Constitution? Read that.
The Constitution says, Article 19(2). The accused person has the right to be present at trial and has the right to be represented by a lawyer. His lawyers have spoken. Mr. Frank Davis and the rest have said, send it to court and we'll come.
I've actually, you've answered my
It's
question.
not about emotions.
What did you just read? What did you read that thing again?
I've read it again.
Read it again.
To be present at the
To
trial
be what?
or to be represented by a lawyer.
To be what? To be what?
present at the trial or be
represented by a lawyer. Is the lawyer the one on trial?
No.
What is he doing?
Don't confuse yourself.
No, what is he doing?
He's representing or speaking for Ken Ofori-Atta.
So can you translate that to mean that Ken Ofori-Atta has the right not to be in court?
You said the law is the law. This one is
he
the
has
law
the right.
The law.
No, what you just read is right of representation.
Let me tell you, I am a law student. Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta can decide not to come to this country and you process the cases to court. If his lawyers are around, they will come. And Mr. Frank Davis and the rest have spoken. That send it to court, we will come and defend our. There is no way that binds him to come.
I'm glad
there is no way.
You're a law student.
There is no way. If I am tried in court and I am outside, the Attorney General can go on to continue the case, and I will never appear there.
Can you let me make?
And they will make their judgment.
Can you let me make?
I'll come back to you.
Yes, make your point, but don't use sentiment and emotions.
I'll respect you.
Say,
I'll accord you with every respect. So I expect you to do same.
Oh, exactly. I will do that.
So you better shut up and let me talk.
No,
when you were talking, I didn't talk. Did I talk?
But we won't allow you to throw dust. We won't allow you to throw dust into the back of the Ghanaians. That it is compulsory for Mr. Ofori-Atta to be there. We will not allow him.
Did I say it's compulsory?
The Constitution is a working guide.
Did I say it's compulsory?
You are saying it.
Okay, so keep quiet. Shut up. What I said and what he's saying are two different things. Ken Ofori-Atta has the right of representation. He has the right of representation. What he just read was his right to have a lawyer representing him in court, not the lawyer standing instead. He didn't say the lawyer can stand instead of him. It said the lawyer can represent him because the Constitution understands that he is not a lawyer and that won't have understanding to certain basic law principles. That is why the law allows him to have a lawyer representing him, not a lawyer standing in his stead. If Ofori-Atta is not here and his lawyers go to court, the lawyers are not representing him. They are standing in his stead. Read the law well. I'm glad you said you are a law student. Standing in somebody's stead is different from representing. We can be here, you can decide not to talk and delegate me to talk for you. That is representation. But if you're not here and you ask me to come and sit here and talk for you, I'm standing in your stead. That's clear different.
Right.
If you're a law student, come down and learn the law. Finish with the law before you throw that thing about, I'm a law student. You are not the only law student in Ghana. So calm down. Right. Relax. In the end, Ofori-Atta would have to come and answer for his crimes. If Ofori-Atta is tried in absentia and we sentence him for 10 years and he's not in Ghana, what is the point of the trial in the first place? You see, I am happy that you want to become a politician one day. And if this is the mentality you have to become a politician, I will advocate that nobody vote for you. Because in the end, if you become who you want to become and you steal money from us,
calm down.
No, and if you take something from us, and you take something from us, what the problem is going to be is that we won't even find you to prosecute you.
Calm down.
You see, there are times that you and your people, you and your MPP people, have criticized people, reported people to the police. When you were taking Atuforsin through all the processes you were taking him through, if Atuforsin had left the country, would you have made this same argument that you're making? When Chachu Chikata was being prosecuted, would you have made the same argument that you are making? Victor Solomon, he died in prison. Do you know why he killed him? He had a pacer. He had a heart problem. A pacer. He went to court seeking permission to go and get his pacer cleaned in the United States. Your government under Kufuor said no. He must be tried regardless. The man died in jail. Today, because it is convenient for you, you are sitting here shouting on top of your lung, telling us that Ofori-Atta can be tried in absentia. And it is okay because he's Ofori-Atta and he's an MPP person.
Right.
What kind of nation are we building?
Mr. Lebig, I'll be back. Right. You wanted to clarify something.
You see, your emotions and sentiments cannot override what the Constitution says.
interpret the Constitution well.
Please, you said when you are speaking I should shut up. So you also, I'll be mindful you also shut up so that I can make my submission.
Right.
Thank you. The Constitution is clear. I didn't write the Constitution. There is nowhere that binds Mr. Kenoforiata to come anyway. It is as simple. And even in a courtroom, who speaks in a courtroom? Aren't you represented by lawyers? Are his lawyers running away? We've heard his lawyers here saying that send the case to court and we will come. You see, sometimes I always say that you shouldn't let us speak as if some of us are against people who have financially misappropriated funds. No, far from that. I've always said that I was one person who liked oral, and that it is important that we hold people accountable. But the process is what we have problems with. You do not let it seem like a political witch hunt. I know I have a case against you, a very clear one, and you are not coming. Won't I even thank God and send it to court and try you in absentia, and the court will rule. If truly you've misappropriated funds, you will be jailed, and that is when I can come for your head and bring you. Which of them would you like? You see, sometimes we should not let sentiment and emotions cloud us, and we sit and speak as if we are the most cleanest, and I don't know the word to use. If you have a case against Mr. Kenoforiata, send it to court. His lawyers will come there. We will defend. If at the end the court says we are jailing Mr. Kenoforiata 20 years, just like Madam Sedinam, would start finding ways and means to bring him back to go through his sentence. But for now, it is just words of mouth and pressing about 70 what charges. Let the court processes start and see what will happen. Right. There is no need, and I repeat again, the Constitution does not bind Mr. Kenoforiata to appear anywhere, to come and do anything for anybody.
Thank you, Mr. Enoch. Kenoforiata's lawyers have requested for his release from ICE detention on bond pending as a result of the outcome of the immigration case. Mr. Ludwig, what does that mean, please?
Okay, before I go there, let me read this. Article 19, Clause 2. It states that a person charged with criminal offense shall be given adequate time and facilities for preparation of his defense, and shall be permitted to defend himself before the court in person or by a lawyer of choice. Defend. Underlined. Defend himself. Then let's read the meaning. The phrase defend himself before the court in person has been interpreted to mean the accused has the right to be present at trial. An accused person generally can be tried in absentia, except in situations allowed by law. For example, where the accused deliberately abscond after trial had begun. After trial has what?
Has begun.
Has Oforiata's trial begun?
No, please.
You see, what we don't avert our mind to is that when you are taken to court, your plea is taken. They will ask you, after reading your charges, the first thing they will ask you is, are you guilty of these charges or not? In this case, Oforiata is not in the country. Who answers the question? His lawyers? His lawyers don't answer that question unless you've not been into a courtroom. If you've been into a courtroom, you know that when the judge asks that question, the accused person will stand up and says, my lord, I'm guilty or I'm not guilty. Then the trial will proceed. So in this case, you say you should try Oforiata in absentia, and you are sitting here saying no law, no law, no law, no law. And if in that situation, who answers that question? Who answers that question? And when I'm saying this to you, you think I'm being emotional. You see, this conversation that we are having today, we will come back to this conversation. But that day, he will be the one talking as if like the way I'm talking. You know why?
Right.
Because NDC won't be in power forever. There are people in NDC who will commit crimes, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, definitely.
And when that day come, Enoch won't make the argument he's making. Because probably at that time, he will understand the law he's reading better. Or he will understand the court processes better.
Right. Let's.
So the question you asked me, ask me again.
So his lawyers, Ken Oforiatta's lawyers, have requested for his release from ICE detention on bond pending. What does that mean?
It is like a bail process.
Right.
If the American judiciary system says bond, it is our way of saying bail.
Bail.
Yes.
Okay.
So the hearing that happened yesterday was not the actual deportation or immigration hearing. It was bond hearing because his lawyers had applied for him to be bailed. You get it? Give him bail. Let me use bail so that we all understand.
Yeah, right.
But it was denied yesterday. That's why the case has been adjourned to April.
Yeah.
So during the April, that is when the actual deportation case will be heard. You understand? But from now up to until then, they have, what do you call it? His lawyers have the right to appeal.
Appeal.
You understand?
Right.
So until then, we can only hope that his lawyers appeal, and whatever he deserves or whatever the law over there feels is right will be given to him. Oforiatta is not a mean person. When I sit here to talk about Oforiatta, I'm not disrespecting his person. I'm not trying to demean his person. But the thing is that he has, the state says that he has answers to questions to answer.
Questions to answer.
You understand? You cannot sit there and when it favors you, you say this person should be tried in absentia. And when it doesn't, this person should be in the country. That's why I cited the example of Kojo Mensah who stole cassava in the village.
So does that mean that he's still going to be in the custody of ICE?
Yes, he's going to be in the custody of ICE until his bond is granted by any court. By an immigration court.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So it is not just as simple that Oforiatta goes to court and then he'll be deported tomorrow. This case can travel years. Wow. It can travel years. And we are all worried about this country, how we politicize everything, make everything political. I'm telling you on authority that from the way Enoch and his people are talking, if NPP wins power and Oforiatta is not back in the country, they won't even pursue the case. At least we all know that the current Attorney General wrote to the U.S. authorities asking for Sedinam to be brought back.
Yeah.
The woman has been arrested, waiting for her extradition.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? As I defended Oforiatta about the demonstration, that's the same way I'm going to defend Sedinam, because there are processes they have to go through. The mere fact that he has been sentenced in Ghana doesn't mean when you just send the application for her extradition, they will just bring her. She will also have to go through that process. You sat here, your people, Godfrey the Dummy, sat here in 2023 up to 2025, 7th December. He couldn't bring the woman back. What makes you think that the current administration will be able to use 1 year to bring back a woman you failed to bring in 2 years? How? Why do we seek to equalize everything? Because we are saying, if not for today, if not for the argument that you are making, I have never mentioned Victor Solome's case in reference to Oforiatta, because I feel that that man died in jail, and I don't want that for Oforiatta. So when they said Oforiatta was sick, and when I came here, I said that he deserved the right to health. He deserved the right to feel better. He deserved the right to quality health care. So if he's going to get health care, give him the health care that he deserves and bring him back to stand trial. That's what I said on this platform. But this thing, the man is now better. Even the eyes themselves says that he is fit for detention.
Yeah.
Na lie.
Yeah.
Na me what you me we are phone. E di dwane. Na ko report me ma police. Na phone na won sanka. Me nso a wa nhumi a. O kra be ka say the police is incompetent. Won ka say try me as absential. O be ka say the police is incompetent. They should bring me and you get your phone or I should be taken to court.
Okay.
So why are you making a different argument for Furiata? Is he more human than one more movie banche? One more movie there are people who even stole because they were hungry. If all the charges placed on Ofuriata's head prove to be true and Ofuriata is found guilty, Ofuriata, you say you should try him in absentia. What will be the benefit of that trial if Ofuriata is not here after the trial to serve his sentence or serve his punishment? What will be the benefit of that trial?
Right.
Said the name time of chain of form. What is the benefit? The woman is not here. Yeah, man, I say, Oba Bamana Bokronwa. Me here so bet me make you what Jessica Kakra would be chaplain ticket. Now what your vessel at all? A year do 7 January now, I buy any free about Ghana. You better try in absentia.
Right.
Is that the kind of nation that we want to build?
Okay. Mr. Enoch, if you say that what Arise Ghana is doing is actually going to escalate the issue, is there a way governments can come in to, intervene or maybe stop them or something? Or you say because they have the right to demonstrate, so
the constitution gives the right to picket.
So they should still go ahead with
they
it.
should continue. They can be there for every day to do whatever they want to do once they go through the process. But what I'm saying is that it's not necessary. When you read his document, defend yourself, or he decided to leave the or. I didn't decide to leave it.
I brought the or.
But you see,
I brought the order, didn't I?
The law is the
not go
law.
back to that.
The constitution is the constitution. I didn't write it.
Right.
The or doesn't mean sit in your house and somebody else represents you.
It
doesn't mean that way.
You
unless
see,
in a
sometimes
civil case.
Which
Let
one is
me-
unless in civil case?
Read Article 30.
Which one is unless
Read
civil
Article 30.
case? I repeat what I say again. You can decide to try Mr. Ken Oforiatta in absentia. It is his lawyers that will come to defend. The man can decide not to appear anywhere in the courtroom until the trial is done, and whatever the outcome may be will be served to him.
Right.
That is what the constitution says. And now, you see, sometimes let's not go and put. You see, as I'm saying, it is all clouded by sentiment and emotions. But you see, the constitution has stated it emphatically. When the OSP started, and no questions be normal may answer. We told him that no constitution is binding him to come anywhere to answer anything. Press your charges. Go to the courtroom. Courtroom never cast him no. It drew soon as a woman Pierre. Then we know what we can do. But once again, the constitution says try him in absentia. It is as simple as that.
Right. Let's move on, please. NPP presidential candidate signs peace pact ahead of primaries. All 5
To
presidential
sign or they've already signed?
they are here too.
Okay.
22nd January.
Okay.
All 5 presidential aspirants of the New Patriotic Party are set to sign a peace pact ahead of the party's flag bearer primary election on Saturday, 31st January 2026. The signing is scheduled for Thursday, 22nd January 2026 at the Asante Hall of the Alisa Hotel in Accra, and is being organized by the party's presidential election committee. Right, Mr. Enoch. What is the relevance of the peace pact?
What is the relevance of the peace pact?
Yes.
For unity.
Unity.
After 31st.
After 31st or okay.
After 31st, so that everyone will be in conformity and will come together for the party and to come together. But you see, once you want these people to come and sign peace pact, just like what the campaign manager for Dr. Baumia said, Mr. Oparian said, there is a need to ensure that you put certain people to order. Just a few days, we saw the Honorable Kennedy Akumpre Japan standing in front of cameras, saying all sorts of things against Dr. Baumia. He's a liar, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. You see, you want them to come and sign peace pact, but you are not putting people to order. Who should come there and sign? Someone puts a camera on him for about 5 or something minutes and just decided to go hard and attack a candidate who hasn't in any of his speeches gone hard or even mentioned that candidate's name. You've decided to close your eyes on that and you call the candidate to come and sign. They should come and sign what? You see, sometimes, yesterday I read an article and I was very happy. Someone wrote a very nice letter to the General Secretary. It's as if some people are more powerful than others in the party. And when they decide to do certain things, no one wants to speak against them. You go hard on your fellow aspirant who you are going in the same competition with. Say all such of words, bad words against him. And then, how do you call it? Election committee, you decide to close your eyes on that. You want them to come together and come and sign a peace pact. Why don't you use that means to put that candidate to order and call him to order? Because he is rather causing, bringing distractions in the party. It is very bad. Among all the candidates, I even thought that getting closer to the election, tensions will come down and we'll go and have this peaceful election.
Barada.
So I asked myself, what one of his tamers,
one of his what?
I don't know the word to use, says he a tamino.
Why? Kennedy.
Yeah, I want it. Oh, asempa. Oh, yes, he a tamino. Me camp hobby. Camp for ne so mutemino. Intina nante why measured in his conversation. So I am forcing myself to believe that the video that came out, those who tame him had gone home or something. And maybe your face to the video no man publish here. Because this is very bad. That is why this morning a letter has come from the camp of Dr. Baumia demanding for an apology from the Honorable Kennedy Japan. Because I am not sure Dr. Baumia will stand anywhere, even not in cameras, to speak ill about Honorable Kennedy Japan. When I saw that, I was very, very disappointed. Very sad to stand in front of a camera, somebody you campaigned for, telling Ghanaians that he's the best person to lead the country. Somebody you went around, held his hand, showing to the Ghanaian people that they should vote for such a person in 2024. Today, 2 years, and 1.25 1 and a few months, you are back telling the same Ghanaians whom you want a session of them to vote for you as flag bearer that person you campaign for today, that person is a liar. That person should not be allowed to lead the party. And then we see the election committee come out with the letter that they should come and sign a peace pact. The peace pact that they are supposed to sign is to call the Honorable Kennedy Japan to order. That is the most important thing. If not, I think I will second what the Honorable Opariansa is saying, that there is no need for Dr. Baumia to go there and sign anything. When there are people who are doing campaign attacking that candidate, then there is no need to go and sign anything, because even after signing, without going to, this is the issue. The issue is someone attacking somebody. You said we should let that issue be, and we should come and sign. We should come and sign a document that after the election will come together. Why won't you call that candidate to order? He agrees that he won't do that again. Then we come and sign. Then we know that after the election, peace will reign.
Peace will reign. Mr. Dubig, there's no peace in the party, but they said they should come and sign peace pact. Is it even necessary?
See, I ask myself, does MPP even have? Do they have the capacity to enforce that peace pact that they're going to sign?
You think they don't?
Do they?
I don't know. You tell me.
There's no capacity. They don't have the capacity to enforce it. What would they do if the person breaches the peace pact? It's a pact.
Yeah.
It is a pact. A pact is not binding. The fact that I signed a pact doesn't mean it's binding on me. I can decide to go against the pact and nothing will happen. So one more parliamentary candidate elections now, I think 2023. No, didn't they sign that nobody should go independent when you lose? Didn't people go independent? The worst that can happen is get the person out of the party. And you see, sometimes I listen to MPP folks and then I ask, no, I won't generalize it and say MPP folks. I'll say people who are campaigning for Bawumia. But you people there, if somebody throws a punch at you, then the words should come at a standstill or what? You have Coca. Coca has admitted in public that he works for Bawumia. He said, "My boss, they me and Trisu." Nobody in your camp said anything. You have Abronye, who had made it clear that he supports Bawumia. He said a lot of things. Nothing has happened to Abronye. But when somebody said something small, something small against your preferred candidate, see the way you people are agitating.
That one is an outsider.
An outsider as in how? Na me onkura di matem na me misi mi ndiwu me ma me onkura di watem na me di watem. Isn't it the same thing? It's a choice. Bawumia has decided not to attack Kennedy, but the people around Bawumia are attacking Kennedy, and Bawumia has not said anything. Didn't you hear the Attachment's quote, motherfucker statement?
No.
You didn't hear that one?
No, please.
Me, I heard.
And what did? That's what he said.
Attachment said the delegates shouldn't vote for somebody who will go to UN and go and say motherfucker.
Okay. I think I glanced. I saw it.
What happened to Attachment? Wasn't Kennedy a statesman or like somebody whose reputation or integrity deserved to be protected by the party? And on the Onyenipa, moja namnimu. You see, he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. You are a law student, so you should know this. You said you're a law student, so you should know that. He who calls for equity must come with clean hands. Bawumia's campaign team is not entirely clean when it comes to attacking Ken. For me, yesterday when I saw the video, I said I thought it was AI generated. To be very honest with you, the video is disturbing. I'll not sit here and say the things Ken said was okay. They are not. But before you can condemn what Ken said yesterday, you should go back and look at the attacks from Bawumia's camp towards Ken all these years, all this months. If you want to be fair, be fair. And I understand that most of the guys in MPP, including Enoch here, cannot be fair because they've chosen their preferred candidate. That's why me, who don't have a candidate, who don't have a preferred candidate, can decide to be fair. If this MPP want peace in their party, it is not about a peace pact. It's about punishment. They should start punishing everybody who attacked anybody in this presidential candidature elections.
And what sort of punishment can they give to them?
suspension, total revocation of your membership,
Okay.
fines.
Irrespective of whoever you are.
Yes. So you think they should punish the Abronyas and leave the Kennedys and then the Atachians? If they want to punish Kennedy, they will punish Atachia too. They will punish Abronya too. They will punish Chamanun to me too. They will punish everybody that has gone contrary to certain rules and regulations in their party. So to say that Ken should be punished, and if Ken is not punished, you won't sign a peace pact. It is your party. If you people like ban your own party, the only interest I have in NPP is that as a nation, we need 2 strong or more political parties so that the development of the country won't be one-sided. I'm not oblivious to the fact that one day, regardless of how long it takes, NPP will one day come back to power. So I'll only advise NPP based on that interest, not because I support a candidate in their party. No. So they have to crack the whip on whoever, not just Kennedy Japan.
Right.
They called Abronye to come for a disciplinary hearing. He wrote a letter back to them and told them he won't come. What did they do? What did you guys do? You did nothing.
Right.
So if Kenoforata has stated the obvious and said Baumia is a liar, it's nothing new to me. Because the last time I sat here with you, I told you the biggest problem of Baumia will be credibility, didn't I?
Yes, how they communicate.
And if you have somebody whose people go around saying that the economic gains are artificial, later to go back and say it is Baumia who did it, what are you saying? It all boils down to credibility. And Ken Oforiatta, he could have said it in different what do you call it? Kennedy Japan could have said it in different ways, but he didn't. I wish that they could allow cool heads to prevail and then sort these issues out internally. That's all I have to say.
Right. Enoch, your last words.
Last words.
The way you are relaxed. Why?
We are going for campaign.
We are going to campaign.
Yes.
Where?
Today we are in our Shaman that enclave with Hajia Samira. She's in Greater Accra doing her campaign for the husband. And the delegates are happy. The reception she receives and everything, how she communicates. The people are happy. For me, I always say that NDC has seen worse than this. MPP has also seen worse than this. What is happening now? Sometimes, if you've listened to history or learned some more, you won't be surprised. There's been a time where even a founder's wife had to leave a political party. It didn't collapse. So NPP will bounce back after 31st. We'll be back on track.
You are very positive.
We're very, very positive.
And you guys will sort out your.
Yes, it is because people want position.
Unity.
So they have to say whatever they want for position.
Right.
So to some extent, I'm not surprised. But I believe after 31st, we'll be back on track. And I always say one of the best decisions was to hold these primaries this time. One of the best decisions I've ever seen.
And why was that decision taken to hold it by this time? Can you briefly?
I don't know about what I'm seeing today. If this election had gone somewhere December or next year, maybe
would have been worse.
It have been worse. So it is good we're having it this time. After 31st, everything will bounce back and be able to hold the government accountable as opposition party, and that is our duty. So thank you to everyone and Ghana Talks for the opportunity.
Right, Mr. Big, your last words.
I'll use my last word to read something. Statutory Position, Criminal Procedure Act 1960, Act 30. A. General rule. Accused must be present. Section 182, Act 30, requires the personal attendance of accused at criminal proceedings, especially during trial. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification. That's all?
Yeah, that's all. I said
he read something.
Why? You didn't hear what he read?
You didn't hear what I read? Okay, let me read it again. Statutory Position, Criminal Procedure Act 1960, Act 30. Act provides the procedure detail and exceptions to constitutional right. A. General rule. Accused must be present. That is Section 182 of the Act 30. Requires the personal attendant of the accused at criminal proceedings, especially during trial. Okay.
Enoch, did you hear it?
The Constitution guarantees the right to be present at one's trial, but it does not make the presence compulsory. Where absence is deliberate, Ghanaian law allows trial in absentia without violating the Constitution. Thank you very much. You read a statutory something for you. I'm also reading the same thing from you. This is Constitution, the constitutional position on trial in absentia, the 1992 Constitution, Article 19(2)(e), and again it comes down on the statute you read, rule of Act 30, criminal law. The Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960, Act 30, provides the procedural machinery for criminal trials, including situations where an accused person is present. It allows trial where an accused person can be present or decide not to come. So let me say it once again. The Constitution does not bind the accused to be present at court during his proceedings.
The Constitution doesn't also allow somebody to also leave when the law requires the person to be here. Because in court, you must enter a plea.
Nobody him to speak on emotions.
Nobody will enter that plea for you.
Why
you enter the plea.
Go and bring Sedinam?
He had already entered her plea. You understand? Are you asking me?
All right, that will be for another day.
Are you really asking me?
That will be for another day.
So,
that will be for another day.
As I've said, on Friday,
Right. Thank you so much for joining us on the second segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Really had fun. It was a heated argument here between Mr. Enoch and Mr. Dweek. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and, doing diligence to the topic. Thank you. We'll meet same time tomorrow. Do have a lovely day.